Bad rats.
No, don't
Uh,
do this.
It's a
Okay,
bad rat
seriously
show.
though, are we
Okay,
ready to
yes.
start?
I'm
yeah, yeah.
here. Yeah.
Him
You all
here.
here?
I'm
Okay.
here.
Alex here too? I didn't.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. You said.
Sorry, I was still talking about Homestuck.
Oh my god.
I'm stopping.
This can't
Stopping.
happen all night, Alex.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's start. All right. When last we left you, Bluehearts, you were continuing your descent through the precursor facility, pursuing the Grandmaster of the Crimson Harbingers. You found yourselves in the domicile wing, a massive underground city that seemed to belong to the precursors. And after making your way through, picking up a number of keys in order to proceed, as well as a number of magical items, you found yourselves in the research and development labs, where you were ambushed by a terrible construct devised by the mercenary Dr. Kendry, who was interested in performing some field tests with her new technology. After finally destroying her creation, tracking the doctor down, and the doctor herself fleeing by creating a portal to the astral plane, you unlocked the research and development labs, and your way forward was clear. So, with the terrible construct destroyed and Dr. Kendry fled, you know that beyond that final doorway lies the way to the containment amphitheater and your final confrontation with the Grandmaster. Bluehearts, what do you wish to do?
uh,
Uh,
um, I we really don't have time for a short rest, huh?
It's up to you.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Not-
I have so I know that you hate when I ask questions like this because I can tell you get annoyed. How much time specifically has passed? Like
Since
he estimated like how many hours when we first
he
started,
said it would take a few hours.
and how much time has passed since we entered?
About 2.5. So it's getting close.
It took. So we rested for 30 minutes at one point, and then the rest of the time we were doing stuff, it took like 2 hours to do all that.
Yeah, you've been making your way through the entire underground facility. You had to get
Okay.
across town, get through the prison. It's been a couple of hours.
Okay, so if we were to rest, it would be
30 minutes.
cutting it close to that rough estimate given by a shithead. So
You also do know that there is when Dr. Kendry fled, you saw that she had set up a kind of a makeshift security room, and you did see a what looked to be a security scrying camera of the containment amphitheater where you saw the Siphon and Victor and all of his cronies.
who has Anna's casting focus?
Jack.
Okay, Jack is responsible for Anna getting her focus. So that's not something that Ellen has to do. Okay, and then on the screen, what did Ellen see?
So
She was the one who saw it, right? She noticed.
seeing yes, it's a kind of an aerial view of the amphitheater itself. It's a large oblong room with a number of ruined walls and pillars in it that seem to have been damaged by some sort of explosion at some point that seemed to have emanated from the siphon itself, maybe some point in the distant past. She saw Victor pacing on this dais back and forth. Before him, on her knees, was Anna. She seemed to have her hands bound, and nearby, also on the dais, she saw what looked to be some sort of Gatling gun emplacement on which Captain Blackrook was manning. And there were a number of guards and red-robed cultists also in the chamber.
Okay.
And she
Is it
also saw
po-
Gimbal manipulating the siphon.
Is it possible from the view that Ellen has, she could tell if Anna's hands are bound with? I mean, I'm assuming that she has her hands bound with the Vacuum shackles.
It looks to be
I mean, I guess without focus, it wouldn't really matter, but it's
yeah,
rope?
it looks to be rope. Yeah.
Okay, so, but she can't really do any.
No, she needs to
Aren't there
focus.
spells that you can cast without a focus?
If she has
Oh, but she
spells
doesn't have
that
materials.
require,
She doesn't have anything.
well, if
okay.
she has spells that are only somatic and verbal, she could cast those. I think looking at her spell list that she doesn't have a ton of those.
How
Because I think
convenient.
wizards actually rely a lot more on somatic components.
Is she a wizard or a sorcerer?
She's a wizard.
Oh, I always thought she was a sorcerer.
Oh.
Well, anyway, okay. I'm sorry. I was trying to get a grasp because I'm trying to look through Ellen's eyes too.
Mhm.
So that was the last thing that happened. So, uh, I guess Ellen will point out that the screen to everyone,
Mhm.
so everyone else can notice it. So that's what she does, I guess.
Okay.
Uh,
Hira, if you I want to remind you, since it didn't,
I took the bomb.
yeah, since it didn't get used, you
Okay.
have essentially an Evacuum bomb. You
Do I
don't
have to like prime it, or do I like cast something on it? How is it
you
used?
prime it. You turn the dial all the way up and you throw it with all your might.
Okay.
And
Right.
keep in mind your knowledge of Evacuum with this chunk of something this size. It's going to be a very, very, very sizable explosion.
Here, I
Um,
Can you give like an estimate? Is this like football field size? Is this like
Probably could.
gonna ruin the whole Super Bowl.
It
Yeah,
could
I'm gonna ruin the
probably
whole-
take
the-
out like a good, like, I'd say 80-foot radius.
Okay.
Whoa!
People
Wait,
would-
That's pretty
wow.
big.
radius is the length from side to side. I would
No,
diameter is
radius
half.
is from the middle to the end.
Jesus!
So it's like a little bit
What?
over 150.
160
What?
foot diameter.
That's like almost like every battle map we've ever been
Yeah,
on. The
it's
whole
basically
thing.
the whole battle map. Yeah,
You would have no chance to survive me.
So we'd all get hit if you use that.
you would all get hit unless you were very clever about it.
I mean, maybe would it be possible to throw? How long does it take before it explodes after you throw it?
1 round. So you
Is
toss
Well,
it, and then the
really
next
you could
round
toss
it would
it,
go
then-
off.
The magic? Like
What?
if I cast something on it to move it, would it not work since it's a vacuum, or is it?
It would work. It would just absorb some of the residual
Okay.
magic ability and
Could-
begin
Sorry.
overloading.
Okay.
Is there a face of the cube that blocks magic damage or not blocks
Yeah.
explosive
Actually,
damage?
yeah,
but
there
you'd be,
is.
Like,
There
could you
is.
just activate the cube and then throw it out of the cube so it goes through that cube, but the explosion doesn't hit us?
Yeah.
That could work. That's a
I mean, if we
backup.
wanted to murder literally everybody except us.
Well, that's right. We have another team. There's going to be another team,
You-
so we can't do
You do
that.
have a team. You do have
I don't-
Anna.
I don't think we could. I think that would be like a.
Just to keep. I'm just pointing it out that you do
I'll-
have
I'll
something
have it.
that
It's
is an
impor-
ace up your sleeve if things get really bad.
Nutter.
I'm glad that you clarified how big it would be because if you use that not knowing, it
Yeah,
would have been a really
holy
bad
shit,
outcome.
that's-
Well, if we can all get out of the room and then throw it in there and just lock Victor, then that'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm
We-
also gonna be right back because my finger's bleeding.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Hmm.
And I just
So-
felt sick, so.
Aw.
Ellen, what did from the screen? Was there any like? So the thing with the Gatling gun, is it how much of the room can we see? Like how much of a?
You
Like-
can't see much of the room. It seems to just be like a diagonal bird's eye view of just this
center.
particular like the dais at the northern end of the amphitheater. It seems to be a fairly excuse me. It seems to be a fairly expansive enough room that you can't really see everything, and a lot of stuff is
Okay.
obscured by walls. There is a balcony that seems to ring the upper edges of the room itself.
Okay.
Okay. I'm kind of thinking we should probably still short rest because I don't want to just die.
Yeah.
Like I don't think. Like if. I think Goff probably has used all of his stored spells and whatnot.
I don't
so-
have the ring on, I don't have that. I have not had that ring since I got my item and the
Okay.
Ellen's.
Oh, just like, you know, we probably don't want to waste too many mass cure wounds when we're about to go in there, so.
Yeah. I think.
If you want to take a short rest, I can also give you the opportunity to try to identify some of those items just by spending time
yeah.
with them. not necessarily even casting Identify Magic, just sort of like not really attuning to them, but just like spending some time to look at them.
Well,
Do we have
so
a list of what they were?
Yeah,
I
How
have them
many
all.
do
I
you
have all
think we would
typed
be
out.
able to identify? We'll
I'll
be
give
able
you
to
all of them.
all of
I'll
them.
give you.
Okay.
I'll give you all of them. I'm gonna
So
give
wait,
you
did
every
you- did
possible
you-
opportunity to succeed in this encounter because it's gonna be spicy.
Hmm.
Well, okay, I'm gonna. I don't know why we've been doing this for how many years now, how long now, and I still get anxious before I start talking in my RP voice every time. Uh, after Ellen like shows the screen to everyone and like points out the details, Goff says, "Well, that looks particularly nasty. That gun, and I'm sure it's much worse than what we can see. As I'm not feeling tip top."
So there's like a. I was dealing with something. Is there like a turret in there? Or
There's like a
something?
Gatling gun turret basically
Blackrook's on a-
that
yeah.
Blackrook is manning.
I might be able to deal with that.
Someone has to.
I mean, usually when I heat metal on a gun, it explodes. So we could
True.
try that.
Yeah,
If not, there are other ways I can try and deal with it.
and as long as Jack can get to Anna, that's maybe. Is Jack particularly good with locks?
Well, he only has one
Oh,
arm.
I'm sorry.
So...
Take that back. She has rope around her hands. I forgot. I keep thinking she has shackles on. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
I didn't say that. Well, you could go in now, but I'm going to be.
I think we should give
Strapped.
ourselves every opportunity to stay alive. And also, we need to look at these objects. They might be helping us out.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
probably right.
We're going to be pushing it. We don't know how much time we have left.
I feel like even if we go in there, we'll probably be pushing it anyway.
We're going to be
So they'll
walking
probably
into
try
a
to-
nasty situation.
Hurry up, whatever they're doing. Sorry.
I suppose it's better to be stronger than to be. Yes, okay. Well, I suppose here we may as well stay in here and sit down for a short bit.
Okay.
Sizzle
Okay.
just sits
I'm
down.
gonna...
So if
wanna
you want
start-
to take a short rest, you can use whatever remaining hit dice you have.
Yeah.
You can also spend some time with these items you've picked up,
Can
identify
I
them.
play Song of Rest and...
You may.
Okay, I'll do that.
Got 2 hit dice left, and I'm using them all.
Oh god, where does it? Oh shit, where's the?
That's a D.
Good rolls for Roscoe.
Nice.
Everybody can add an 8 to their heal.
Thank you.
I think might as well just use them all.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
This-
doing.
The occasion.
them. Now
Okay,
is the chance.
Roscoe's basically topped off at this point.
Alright. That's all my hit dice. Not bad.
Fuck, I keep.
Okay, so once you're done with that, if you want to go over the items.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So I'll start with potions you picked up.
Hold on. Actually, can you hold on 1 second? I want to be
Sure.
able to write this down. I'm still doing my. Give me like
Okay.
one. I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't listen and.
No, I know.
type at the same
Finish your
time.
hit dice.
Okay,
really need
so
to
I
organize
have to
my
do
notes.
2 more hit dice. So, one more. Nice and 8. Thank you.
You want to do something for
dice.
Ellen too?
Oh yeah. Fuck. Oh, Ellen doesn't even need that many. How? How
Her
many-
max is 99, so she has 85 currently.
How many hit dice? I need to open her.
Let
I
me-
forgot to open her character sheet. Hold
Let me
on.
look. She uses a D8.
No, I mean how many uses? Okay.
She's got a bunch left. She barely
so
has
a
used any.
D8.
Ellen for a while had more hit points than anyone in the party before you took the short rest. Which was
Oh, she
kinda
has no
scary.
con modifier, so it's just the dice number.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
That is
No
such a
con mod,
Vaxel Dawn
Jesus
thing
Christ.
to do. Have no
Yeah.
con.
Well, she
okay.
took tough.
Yeah.
She didn't have a lot of hit points until she took tough. She basically added a third of her hit point value.
I have to use more hit dice though because I just rolled a 2 on one of those, so it was. And there's a 3.
Well, I mean, you've got like 10 of them,
I
and
know. How many? What's her max HP?
90,
I'll just use one more. And top it
99.
off. Okay, so she used 3. No, 4.
Okay.
Uh,
There's not going to be any time to use any more at this point, so
I know.
Yeah.
I was just making
All-
sure she
all
was
we
maxed
got.
out.
top off.
I'm sorry for that. I
No, it's
want
okay.
since I'm keeping track of all the items, I want to make sure I heard everything.
Okay, so
Okay,
if we want to go over the items, we'll start
Yeah.
with the potions. You picked up, I believe, 5 potions. 2 of them were healing, so you know what those do already.
And they're just
Yeah.
regular.
Regular
healing.
potions of healing, 2d4
Okay.
plus 2. You also got a potion of cold resistance, which gives you resistance to cold damage for 1 hour.
Okay.
You got a potion of Stone Giant Strength,
Yeah.
which increases your strength score to 23 for 1 hour.
Was that the one I picked up? It was like.
It had the big floating giant nail in it.
Oh
What-
no,
what
the
is
one I had a lead
It
stopper.
increases your
Oh, yeah.
strength
To
to
23.
One of us should probably take that before we go
Yeah.
in there.
The last potion, the one that looks
Maybe.
like liquefied iron, is a potion of invulnerability, and for 1 minute, when you drink this potion, you have resistance to all damage.
Whoa.
That the
Also,
one with the lead stopper?
maybe someone should take one of those as the battle starts when a battle starts.
All right. I'm thinking maybe Maito should take the strength potion.
What does the strength potion do again?
It gives you a strength of 23.
So
Which
it
basically
would-
means you have a +6 modifier to your
Wait a
strength.
minute. Already.
You have a +5 to strength.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna give you like you can't go beyond 20 normally, so it's
No.
going to
It gives you basically a +6 on your strength. So you're basically adding +1 to all of your attack rolls or athletics checks or anything that requires strength.
For invulnerability, I might suggest either myself or Ellen, because we'll probably be flying around and doing all kinds of weird shit.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, Sissel's also a valuable candidate, I think.
Yeah, Sissel's also.
I mean, pretty much
made
anyone
out of
who's not
paper.
the melee fighter. Well, I guess no. I'm sorry, that's not
Honestly-
right. Her Wraith is a melee fighter.
Has Sissel like gone down most
Yeah.
often? Because
Sissel gets.
Sissel
I
went
think
down during the Ada fight.
Sissel
Like,
also
more
went
than
down at
once.
least. I think Sissel went down. Didn't Sissel go down twice during the fight against the Black Song too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Sissel-
yeah, maybe
Sissel is
yeah.
Sissel's the most fragile member of the team.
Sissel's like
she-
also fragile, but also hits really hard. So maybe she
yeah,
should take
I
it.
kind
Gently
of
pushes.
draw attention. I'll take that.
Mage.
Like I have a lot of hit points. I'll be fine.
It's good that we're just making use of these things because we only know we can get.
Yeah. Okay, so if you're good with that, I can go over the items that you picked up.
Okay.
Okay.
You picked up a ring that had a ram on it.
Yes.
It's the ring of the
Wonder
ram.
what that is. Oh.
This ring has 3 charges. It regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. While wearing the ring, you can use an action to spend 1 to 3 of its charges to attack one creature you see in 60 feet of you. The ring produces a spectral ram's head and makes its attack roll with a +7 bonus. On a hit, for each charge you spend, the target takes 2d10 force damage and is pushed 5 feet away from you.
And that's at a range. It'll work from like 60 feet away.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alternatively, you can spend 1 to 3 of the ring's charges as an action to try to break an object you see within 60 feet of you that isn't being worn or carried. The ring makes a strength check with a +5 bonus for each charge you spend.
Wow.
I assume all of these are gonna be attunement.
This is
That
attuned.
one requires attunement, yes. Not all of them require attunement, but a lot of these good ones do.
Okay, so the ring of the ram is attunement. I can't wear that.
The next is the figurine of wondrous power, Onyx Dog.
Oh, I don't think I put that on my list.
The Onyx Dog. This Onyx statuette of a dog can become a mastiff for up to 6 hours. The mastiff has an intelligence of 8 and can speak common. It also It also has dark vision out to a range of 60 feet and can see invisible creatures and objects within its range.
It can. Well, it has dark vision up to 60.
60 feet and can see invisible creatures and objects within its range. Once it has been used, it can't be used again until 7 days have passed. That does not require attunement.
Does not.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. The next item you got was this item that had it was like a staff with a snake head on it, and this is a staff of the Python. This
Ooh.
requires attunement by a cleric, druid, or warlock.
Oh, so me.
Yeah, you can use an action to speak the staff's command word and throw the staff on the ground within 10 feet of you. The staff becomes a giant constrictor snake under your control and acts on its own initiative count. By using a bonus action to speak the command word again, you return the staff to its normal form in a space formerly occupied by the snake. On your turn, you can mentally command the snake if it is within 60 feet and you are incapacitated.
Is it a bonus action?
You decide what action. It doesn't say.
Mentally commanding is a bonus. Oh, it doesn't say? Okay.
Yeah. You decide what action the snake takes and where it moves during its next turn, or you can issue a general command such as attack your enemies or guard a location. If the snake is reduced to 0 hit points, it dies and reverts to its staff form. The staff then shatters and is destroyed. If the snake reverts to staff form before losing all of its hit points, it regains all of them.
And you can make it. You can make it revert by uttering a command.
Speaking the command word, yeah.
Is this attunement?
That requires attunement, yeah.
Oh, that's a really weird thing to have attunement, but okay.
I know it's kind of situational, but it's it's a thing.
I think it's weird that it's tied specifically to those 3 classes too, but okay.
Yeah. The next thing is another attunement item. It's the Mantle of Spell Resistance.
Oh.
You have advantage on saving throws against spells while you wear this cloak. That's it.
That's
simple but powerful.
I'm assuming that's also attunement.
That is attunement. I just said, yeah.
Oh, I missed. Okay. Resist. What was it?
Advantage.
Advantage on spell saving throws.
Yeah, while you wear that cloak.
Nice.
The next item you found, which was that staff that looked like wound wood.
Tree with orb.
Yeah.
Wooden.
This is a staff of healing.
Oh.
Requires attunement by a bard, cleric, or a druid.
Okay.
The staff has 10 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it using your spell save DC and spell casting ability modifier. Cure wounds, 1 charge per level of the spell up to 4th. Lesser restoration, 2 charges, or mass cure wounds, 5 charges.
Oh.
The staff regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the staff vanishes in a flash of light, lost forever.
Oops.
What was? Is this on?
It's on 5e tools. So if you want
I need to look at those spells again.
It's cure wounds, lesser restoration, and mass cure wounds.
It's also in the compendium on roll 20, so you can just tap the item.
Man,
the information.
I really wish that the attunement wasn't limited to 3 items. This sucks.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta make some decisions about what you're changing.
I'm kind of stuck because mine are cube of force, my weapon, and my instrument. So.
I just Goss stat rolls were really average or bad, so I'm just trying to use items to make them not, and it's just
Yeah, I mean, but you have to consider them for situationally for a fight. Are you going to be doing more healing? You're going to be doing more attacking.
That's true.
So that was that. The next thing was the Carpet of Flying. I don't think I need to really go over that in detail, but just know that it's a 5-foot by 7-foot carpet. It has a flying speed of 40 feet. It can carry up to 600 pounds.
Carpet of Flying 5x7 up to 600 pounds.
600 pounds can fly at a speed of 40 feet. If you go over 600 pounds, it moves at half speed up to twice its weight limit. It can't. So basically, you can go up to 1,200 pounds flying at half speed. If it goes over that, it basically can't fly.
Okay. All right.
The next thing, which was I think a bottle.
Yeah, a brass bottle.
This is called an ever-smoking bottle. This doesn't require attunement. Yeah, it's a bong. Smoke leaks from the lead-stoppered mouth of this brass bottle, which weighs 1 pound. When you use an action to remove the stopper, a cloud of thick smoke pours out in a 60-foot radius from the bottle. The cloud's area is heavily obscured. Each minute the bottle remains open, and within the cloud, the radius increases by 10 feet until it reaches a maximum radius of 120 feet.
Oh.
The
So it
cloud,
basically just creates.
it's basically
like a-
blinds anybody who's like, that's what heavily obscured means. You're basically blind.
Wow. Okay.
The cloud persists as long as the bottle is open. Closing the bottle requires you to speak its command word as an action. Once the bottle is closed, the cloud disperses after 10 minutes.
Wow.
A moderate wind can also disperse the smoke after 1 minute, and a strong wind can do it after 1 round.
Nice. Okay.
So that's that. The next was a pouch that
Yeah.
had some dust. That's the dust of dryness. This small pouch contains 9 pinches of dust. You can use an action to sprinkle a pinch of it over water. The dust turns a cube of water 15 feet on a side into 1 marble-sized pellet, which floats or rests near where the dust was sprinkled. The pellet's weight is negligible. Someone can then use an action to smash the pellet against a hard surface, causing the pellet to shatter and release the water the dust absorbed.
You could put that up someone's nose and make them have a real bad day.
That's a really weird item.
That'd be a really
An
fucked up way to kill
an
someone.
elemental composed mostly of water that is exposed to a pinch of the dust must make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, taking 10d6 necrotic damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one.
So basically, it's like a water elemental killing item, and,
So
and otherwise,
the mighty
otherwise
Nine
like a
could use
weird
that.
way of fighting fire.
Yeah, I mean, you could get creative with
Does it
something like that.
regenerate uses, or is it just the 9?
No, it's just got those 9 pinches.
I'm assuming it does not require attunement because it's
Does
so
not.
incredibly okay. Well,
Someone's facing
that's something we got.
So you
Well,
have 2 more items. One were a pair of boots.
Yep.
These are boots of speed.
Oh,
When you
man.
wear these boots, you can use a bonus action and click the boots' heels together. If you do so, the boots double your walking speed, and any creature that makes an opportunity attack against you has disadvantage on the attack roll. If you click the heels together again, you end the effect. When the boots' properties have been used for a total of 10 minutes, the magic ceases to function until you finish a long rest.
We can turn Ellen into Vax.
Was this an attunement item?
This requires attunement, yes.
Yeah. Man, that would be nice because I'm slow as fuck, but
Well,
I can't.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
What were the? It was that it doubles walking speed and
Makes
opportunity
it-
attacks against wearer disadvantage. Was there something else that I missed? Or was that
That's it. It can
Okay.
magic lasts for 10 minutes total. You can basically click the heels together as a bonus action, turn it on and off.
Okay.
The last thing which was a longsword. This is a Frostbrand longsword.
Ooh.
When you hit with an attack using this magic sword, the target takes an additional 1d6 cold damage. In addition, while you hold the sword, you have resistance to fire damage. In freezing temperatures, the blade sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. When you draw this weapon, you can extinguish all non-magical flames within 30 feet of you. The property can be used no more than once. This property can be used no more than once per hour.
What was the last thing? You can extinguish fire? What?
Non-magical flames. Basically, you draw the sword and activate it, and it creates like a gust of frigid wind that puts all the
Kind
light.
of sucks in all the.
Is it just kind of
So
a
this is
normal?
basic-
Is it not a +1 or?
No, it's
Sort of
yeah,
like the.
it's magical.
No, it does the extra damage. I see.
Yeah, it does 1d6 cold damage. It doesn't do as much damage as Flame Tongue, but it does provide you a resistance to fire damage.
So it's basically like kind of like a sister sword, a Mido sword.
Yeah.
Almost, but.
Basically.
Dual wield!
Fighting style.
She just throws her shield on the fucking ground.
I only
has
play
the
as-
Y'all are on your own now.
Mido takes the dual wield feat.
Can you?
I think.
Well, I mean,
Let's see.
that's something different than the dual wielding fighting style, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's 2 things. There's a dual wielding feat and a dual wielding fighting style.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if there's a dual wielding fighter style.
No, there
isn't
is.
a fight.
Yeah, there is.
I remember because I've been looking at fighter as a class I might play in the future. So but I've also heard that it's kind of balanced weird.
Yeah, it is. I think I don't see it, but that's fine.
Oh, could have sworn there.
It's probably like hidden somewhere in this Roll20 garbage. Yeah,
two-weapon
two-weapon
fighting.
fighting is what it's called.
Yeah.
Basically, that just lets you add your ability modifier to the damage of a second attack, whereas the dual wielding feat does a whole lot of other shit. Like, yeah, you can use non-light weapons for two-weapon fighting, which you usually can't.
Oh, so it's like Titan's grip.
Yeah, basically.
I just have this image of Mito, like, with a fire sword in one hand and ice sword in the other.
I'll be honest with
It's a
you,
good
that
look.
sounds so fucking badass. I don't. But I gotta be the tank. Who's gonna protect y'all's ass?
Yeah.
Not me. It's not gonna be me.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna hold on to this Sunblade personally.
I might hold
can-
on to that, but it requires attunement, right?
Yeah.
So before we move on and get this story rolling, what items are people going to be using? Is anyone taking anything? Besides, we said that we talked about the potions being used for the fight, but like any of this other stuff, or we like should I just does anyone want to have any of this stuff off
Quick
the bat?
question: Is the cloak a really cool looking folk?
Which
Oh,
cloak?
the mantle.
The mantle.
Yeah, it's got
so-
some wild patterns in it. Yeah, it's all swirly and cool.
It
Ah,
is an attunement item though, so you'd have to.
yeah, but if it looks cool,
I mean, what? I mean,
What
if you
am
have
I
something,
attuned
if you have something
to?
that's less to you is less helpful than resistance to spell or advantage on spell saving throws, then that would be a pretty good thing to equip.
wait a minute, hold on.
I don't know what you have.
Did you
I know
guys
you have
know that
the-
I had striding boots? I
Yeah.
totally forgot about that.
Those are not attunement though.
Okay.
Those are a Walden original
Actually, the only
that let you jump real high. Yeah.
the only attuned item that I know of that Mito has is the bracelet that she
She
got.
has the flame tongue rapier.
Is that attunement? I
Yeah.
thought weapons were never
It is.
attunement.
No, weapons are attunement.
I'm attuned to it, and
What about
I know
magic?
this
Well, I have a
because
magic
I
plus
could have.
one hammer. It's not.
You should be.
The reason I know it's attunement is because
That's-
the entire time we were on the island,
Plus
I
one.
could have.
Oh no, plus. Okay, so plus one and
Uh,
plus two, like the generic, like magic weapons aren't attunement. It's just the
Oh.
special ones like flame tongue or frostbrand.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Lauren.
What's up, Lauren?
No, I was just saying the reason I knew that was because when we were on the island, the whole time I could have recalled the weapon to my hand, and
Yeah.
I forgot.
What's your third item? Because I know you have the bracelet and the flame tongue rapier, but I don't know what your third.
I don't think I have a third item.
Oh my god, there's been so many times where like, does anyone need to use an attuned item? And everyone's like, everyone's full, we don't have any room. And like, if you don't have a third one, there's all these times you could have used something.
I
Well,
don't
now
think.
you
Well, I
know.
don't think it was ever anything that I would use.
Oh.
No, I think it just has the bracelet and. Well, hold on, let me check my. Where's roll? Oh.
I mean the thing that gives you advantage to spell saving throws is going to be pretty universally useful.
Yeah. Because we get a lot of spells cast on us. And
I-
people like to try and lock Mito down, so.
Earrings of far speech are not attunement. You can get rid of that attuned.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh my god. If they were attuned, that would suck ass.
I know. That's why I got rid of it.
Is 3 items your rule, or is that the general?
That's
D&D
the
rule?
general rule. That's
Okay.
why Artificer, the whole idea behind Artificers is that they can attune up to 6 items.
That's so crazy. Yeah,
They-
I know that the rest of the class maybe not as like flashy, but
No,
that's so
it's-
crazy.
it's-
Having
it's-
6 items is still insane.
Artificer's subclass is kind of a red herring. The real power isn't being able to tune a shitload of items.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. If I could attune on 6 items, I would be like just off the chain with stuff with shit.
Yeah, I'll take the cloak. Yeah, just
The
have two.
mantle.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
They're
you take the
different.
mantles.
I think this is the first time I've ever written down that Mito is the one using an item in my list. Every time it's like Harath or
Well,
Ellen
every
or
time
Sissel.
it's something, it's like I need this. I'm like, well, I got this cool sword, so.
I mean, the sword has been really useful for like the last 8 levels.
No one's gonna take that dust of dryness.
That seems like something Sissel would have fun.
Pellet,
just-
yeah.
Pistol.
Palette.
Sorry, I was looking at the word palette in the description.
The only thing I thought sounded cool was the smoke bottle, but I don't know. Ellen might want it too.
Is that's not attunement, is it?
That's not
no,
attunement.
it's not.
I can't speak for Ellen, but since Mel's not here, you can take it now, and then Melon.
Smelling.
I'll just put down that her wraith has the smoking
I'll hold on
bomb.
to it for now. Yeah.
It does seem like an Ellen item for sure, but
My
or
thought is
potential.
that Ellen is still constrained by the earthly bounds of actually having to get a place, and I can teleport whatever I want and use it.
Well,
Yeah.
as long as you don't do it too much, but yeah.
But also, I mean, the smoke just is going to obscure
Um,
everything for everyone.
Right, it's kind of a
Including you
double
guys.
edged.
It's a clench item.
It's sort of like things are going really badly. You need to throw down a smoke screen, kind of.
Jesus.
It's not like my beautiful son 7 who can do a magical darkness and see through it.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody
So,
up.
I know this probably won't come up in this battle, but how do people feel about the dog stat? Does anyone want to have that?
That seems like a goth item.
Well, I already have one statue.
Keep
I don't
in
want to
mind
have
that combat-wise, is planning to be very useful.
not or going to be.
It's not going
Right.
to because a
I
Mastiff
know.
only has like 8 hit
I
points.
know. No, that's what I'm saying. That's why
5
I
hit
said
points.
I
But
know in
it's
this
a
upcoming
dog.
battle it probably won't matter. But
I mean, it would be
it's-
nice to have for the invisible stuff,
Right.
so I'm not always...
Well, plus Goff does have. I mean, I know Goff currently has the Lantern of Revealing on him, so like he can see invisible shit if he uses that, if it's close to him. But if we want the dog, I mean, I'll use it. But if anyone else is like, I really want to have that cool dog, then
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just
Talks.
asking. Yeah, it talks. The
No!
Raven doesn't talk.
Yeah, but it could be a friend for Roscoe. Roscoe can have it. Carry it in his little pouch.
He
Dogs
just pulls it
can
out. He just
carry
pulls it.
dogs?
He just like throws it with his teeth.
He's like,
Oh my god, that would be so funny if he summoned another dog. I'm sorry,
and then they
Dog
just start
squad.
playing with
this
each
is my
other.
fan
instead.
fiction. Roscoe summons other dog and they just hang out.
Does
for 6
Roscoe have any
hours.
items attuned?
He has the pearl.
one.
He has the stone of good luck. That's it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Good luck, Pepper.
He
Is there
gets a
anything else we could
+1.
equip Roscoe with that would be easy for him to wear? Could
Bandana.
Roscoe use the
Just-
Ring of the Ram?
Holy shit!
I would say if you retrofitted that
Put it on his
some other
tail.
time, but probably not right now.
Oh, man.
Like don't magical items like when you attune to them like shape
Yeah,
your body? Can't it
but
become like a little wrist thing for him?
It could also be like attached to his collar, probably.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Oh my
allow it.
god! I just want to see him like headbutt someone and watch them fly 30 feet. That's all I
Okay.
want.
Like I think it's just we just need to try and like
Equip
use as many
Roscoe with
things
as
as
many
possible.
things as possible.
so we should give him things that he can use. So oh my god, what if we gave Roscoe the boots of speed?
Oh,
Oh
my
God.
god! You have little
Would
boots
have, like, a
on.
speed
He
of,
already
like-
moves faster than anyone else.
He can go like 120 feet and around. That would be
More
fucked
than
up.
that, excuse me.
That'd be
His,
Oh.
fucked up.
his current, his current speed is 60.
Oh my god.
So he
Yeah,
already-
give him 9 more speed! Give him 9 more speed!
We can't-
He would just be zooming around like the
Okay,
Flash.
so legitimately, which of these items do we want to give to Roscoe? Because he has 2 free attunement slots that we have not.
I think Ring of the Ram is a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that. So Goff is
Okay.
gonna, while Wraith is going through all this stuff and figuring this stuff out, Goff helps put the ring on Roscoe's like leg or collar or
His paw-
something.
yeah.
Little
Okay.
bracelet.
It shrinks down and conforms to his wrist, basically.
So
Actually,
good.
no. We'll say that he has like. We'll put it on his collar too.
Yeah, probably less in the way. That's so good. We could give him the boots of speed because he still has a free slot. I don't know how that would wrap.
Would he do
probably
that?
wrap.
Would he do if
You'd
you
be
put
like
boots
when you
on
put boots on
Roscoe?
a
Yeah, he
cat.
would. He would start kicking.
No, I'm imagining
No,
it
like
like it would
dogs.
turn
You
in.
actually there actually are boots for dogs. They don't burn their little paws on
I
paper.
Yeah.
know. I'm imagining for him though, it would probably turn into like more like
Little sandals.
Ninja
ankle wrap things, kind of like
Yeah.
They wouldn't
Little
cover his
dog
paws.
ninja shoes.
Yeah. Can we do that? Can we
If you
give him the
want
boost
to.
of speed?
Yeah, if you want to. You give it to them and they attune and they start out as two boots and they shrink down and they
Split
become
them.
4 little paw wraps.
I love it.
Okay, I mean, none of us are using them, so
I just
let's
love
do
how we're
it.
decking out our dog.
Okay, so I'm customizing my dog right now.
Customize your dog.
So Roscoe now has 2 new
Let me
items.
write this down so I remember to use it on his turn.
He has the Ring of the Ram and the Boots of Speed.
Okay.
And Goff or whoever would, I guess Haraith would explain these things to him. I'm assuming how these things work. I mean, within game terms, not like
He
within world
listens
terms.
with rapt attention, and afterwards he gives Hooray a big
I
old.
think. Sorry.
A boof.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry that we're doing so much item planning, dog.
No, it's fine.
I think because I don't melee fight as much as I'm probably not going to be melee fighting as much as I would in other fights because of how this is probably going to end up being. So I'm gonna, for the time being at least, I'm going to unequip the Gauntlets of Ogre Power, and I'm going to attune to this healing staff of healing.
Okay.
It's only, losing 1 strength point is not.
It looks very goth. I'm gonna like poke at the grass, like the tendrils of leaves and stuff.
I'm not one for style, but I agree. Let us just hope that I don't need to be hitting harder. I'm assuming I'm going to need to spend more time making sure no one dies than.
Probably.
Well, don't worry about it because
Also,
I'll
if
do
they
the hitting.
No, wait. There's like certain things that can stop you from spellcasting, but they don't work on items, right?
Correct.
Can you counterspell a Staff of Healing spell? For example?
No, because it comes from
you're
the
not.
staff.
Yeah, you're not like
Comes from
doing
an
it.
item, it's not a spell.
Yeah.
Ooh. So we discovered there's a powerful spellcaster that who can do that. I can just be like, hey, I can do this twice and cast Magic Cure into my staff. Okay. I don't know logistically how Goff is going to wield this item, but it's a game, and we're just going to pretend that he does it with grace because he's already holding 2 things. Oh, no, he doesn't hold the shield. That's right, because he has a spectre in his arm, so he can hold both. Okay. Damn, that looks cool. I'm thinking about it with the staff and the hammer. Oh man, I love clerics. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what do you wish to do?
So
Well, we're rested.
You are rested.
Yeah.
You are attuned.
any short rest stuff, make sure people that use any short rest stuff. I think Mito gets
Second
back
wind.
her. Did she get back action surge too?
Yeah, but I don't think she's used action surge yet.
I thought she did use it when we were fighting.
I think
I
there
don't
was
know.
like a.
I
Doesn't
took
matter,
it
she has it
back.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. So so we clarify one more time for the potions, Mito's going to take the giant strength one. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Cecil's taking the
vulnerability.
Okay, I think
Please.
Mito can take. I mean, I guess we just try to use those. I mean, Mito has an hour, but Cecil only has a minute, so Cecil probably would want to take it
Yeah, I'll take it.
right
when
as things are popping off.
Yeah.
And that's a bonus action for the user to use it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right before we head in, I will cast Trucing on myself.
Did you already use that?
I don't think. Did I?
I think you did. Yes, you did. It's been the same day as the day that you used it to.
Okay.
I thought you did.
What else have we
When
done?
would have Wraith used it today?
I thought you used it when you were. Maybe you didn't use it when you were. No, you used it when you were confronting Victor. You put it on yourself and you walked
You're right,
into.
yeah.
It's still the same day, God. It's so hard to keep track of
That's
that.
fine. I forgot.
Hey, so because we have so many items, I went back to check to see if there are other potions we haven't used, and we have another Hill Giant Strength potion we haven't used.
Oh.
Oh.
That's different though. That's only like plus. That's only gives you up to 9.
Wait, which one's the one that we just got?
You got a Stone Giant Strength potion.
Oh, what's the Hill Giant one do?
So the potion of Hill Giant Strength brings it up to 21. Which is still going to be a +5 for most people.
I mean, that's still.
I mean, you could use it if you want. I don't use strength. because
And
you
I
don't
think
have
I think
you
the,
don't
I
have the
think the only
gloves
other
on.
person that does who's besides Mido. So I might also take the. Is that one also an hour?
Yeah.
Okay, I think for our potion plan here, I'm gonna take that one because we've had that one for a
Potion
while.
plan.
We also have a potion of fire breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know what that does. I mean, it's
It
obvious
lets you
what it
spit
does.
fire.
Nice.
Potion of fire breath.
So if anyone
Uh,
wants to have that in their arsenal,
You can spew fire at a target within 30 feet of you, and they must make a DC 13 Dexterity saving throw or take 46 fire damage on a failed save.
Seems like it'd be good for a melee person.
But that requires an action.
okay. Well, then that's.
Oh no,
fine.
it's a bonus action to exhale.
Oh my
fire.
god. Well,
Sissel, do you want to
okay.
be fire?
It's
Wait, how close do you have to be?
30
if you-
feet.
It's within 30 feet.
so it's probably better for a not Sissel.
Yeah, somebody.
Does Roscoe want to breathe fire?
Well, Roscoe has a
Oh,
lot
or
of.
yeah, Mido
We've got
could.
our Lady of the Flames
Can you
over
can you
here.
stack potions like that?
Yeah.
Can Mido have both?
Yes.
But
There is
what is
nothing
Mido?
in this game that prevents you from stacking
What is-
potions.
Is one of your attacks a bonus action? Are you like taking away from?
Using her cantrip thingy
Oh,
is a
that's
bonus
what that
action.
is.
Oh.
Okay.
The thing that
Well, you
charges
have-
her blade with a cantrip.
Yeah, you have two options then. One of them doesn't use spell slots.
Neither does the cantrip.
What was
Oh,
the
does
damage on
it?
the fire
Oh,
breath?
good. Oh, it's a cantrip.
4d6 on a failed save for half as much on a successful one.
That's all right. Well, if anyone
I
wants
mean,
to
right now Mido does can charge her blade with a firebolt. This is 3d10 damage
this was
when it hits. Period.
probably better.
Might want to give it to Roscoe then.
Well,
Roscoe uses his bonus action for a lot of things, though.
yeah, he
like
already,
patient defense or step
like
of the wind or
may not
flurry
even-
of blows.
he may not even use the Ring of the Ram in this fight that
Yeah.
much, but it's an item that we aren't using, so he can have it. But like, yeah, he uses bonus actions so fucking often, like probably more than anyone else.
What about you? Harry?
Well, maybe not as much as Horace, but he uses it a lot.
My
Wraith
bonus
always
action
uses her
is
bonus
usually, yeah, that's
yeah.
usually
Playing
me
the songs.
playing a song or something. Or
We also have potions of cold resistance, so if anyone is doing cold damage in that fight a lot, then we might have to, well, figure out who would take that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold
I
on
think
to
at
the
this
potion
point,
of fire breathing kicks.
sure, yeah, we'll pass out the hit the Sissel in case she wants to just go put berserk with fire in the middle of a bunch of people.
Oh,
my
it's
god,
just
Mel
Sissel's
actually
eyes are
changed
like,
his name.
Sissel's eyes are like very round as she
did.
like quietly puts the
He
potion
still
away.
has the little
Oh,
block in
shit.
there though.
He did it. I'm proud.
Wait, where's the?
Huh?
Oh, I see what I did. I was trying to find the invulnerability potion. Okay, all right. We figured out who's taking what potions. We're buffing before the raid.
Yeah.
Essentially, well, we aren't drinking them yet, but right before.
I mean, this lasts for
All
an
right.
hour, and I'm just gonna take it. Take that.
Was invulnerability? The fire one lasts.
Invulnerability is
You
for a
might-
minute.
Yeah, invulnerability is a minute. Fire breath is.
We
for
don't
an
know
hour.
like how long it's gonna take for us. Like maybe like there might be a confrontation there and not go directly into combat. So maybe you want to chug it like right
Yeah.
before combat.
Okay.
The invulnerability one needs to be as close to the wire as possible.
Yeah,
the other ones
yeah.
can have some
I'm holding on
room
that
to
one
move.
until a clutch moment.
But yeah, just have those potions ready. I'll try to make sure to remind everyone that is to drink those. As probably like a pre-combat thing to do, if at all possible. Anyway, okay. We have rested. We have gone over items and figured this out to the best of our ability. I'm always bad at getting back into character after talking out of character for so long. I don't know. Sorry, I feel like everyone's waiting for me to say something.
No.
We're waiting for you to say something. God,
Stop.
I'm kidding.
That is your. Please don't do that. that preys upon some of my deepest
I'm
anxieties.
sorry.
Well, I don't know what to say because now feel like I'm on the spot. Can someone else say something to get things going, please? Oh my god.
Look at this cool mantle I got, you guys.
It looks
I'm
good
wearing the
on you.
mantle already, and I do a couple of turns so it
Does it
Well,
match the armor?
Well, you guys, the world is either going to end or it's not. Let's get in there and do what we can.
Yeah. We're not supposed to destroy the siphon, right? I think that would be really bad. Yeah,
No.
yeah, that's bad. Yeah,
I'm
let's
pretty
not
sure
do
we're
that.
not.
Oh wow, yeah. Maybe a good thing we didn't decide to use that vacuum bomb in the
I mean,
event
we
that it
definitely have it.
nukes the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Well,
do we know where the other team is?
Oh, can we check with them through the?
The link shell.
The link shell, yeah. Um, yeah, you can do that.
Jack, you there?
Well, reporting in. What's up?
Where are you guys at?
I'm not quite sure, but I think we're reaching the end of this road. We're encountering a lot more resistance, but we've been picking them off. Seen a few signs. None of us can frankly read it, so I'm not sure we're going the right way. But we're proceeding forward.
Okay. We're thinking we found the siphon chamber, the containment room, so we're going to be going in soon. If you could when you get here you can try and get honest focus to her.
We'll
We'd
do.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh yeah, there's Ellen told us what she saw, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Blackrock has a Gatling gun, just so you know.
Hmm.
Just
Figures.
watch out for that.
Very well. Can't hit what he can't see.
What about you, Walden?
Yes. Pashiri here has pointed us toward a location
Yay.
called the
Character.
Containment
That's my
Amphitheater.
character.
That sounds like where we need to go.
That's my
Yes, I
character.
believe so. That's where we've been directed as well.
Very well. We seem to be closing in on it. We'll meet you shortly.
Very well.
That's my character.
That's my fucking character.
I looked at Goff. I know this is me role playing with myself essentially right now, but Goff turns to Alan and says, "If Jack meets any struggle trying to get to Anna, try to help him, since you're very adept at not being hit." And Ellen just nods and says, "Very well." That's what I would say to Mel, but he's not here.
It makes me happy.
I know. Okay. So, are you pushing forward?
Think so. Now or
Maybe.
never.
Okay, so you return to the main lobby of the R&D facility. The door leading to the containment amphitheater is now open, and you proceed onward. The hallway wends forward into the cold, dark depths of the precursor facility. An ever-present humming reaches your ears from just behind the walls, the sound of mechanisms of incalculable age still doing their job. The unknown lies ahead. The siphon, Captain Blackrook, Victor, Anna. Who knows what other horrors they have carried with them. The smooth, dreary corridor walls fall away to reveal a grand chasm, thousands of feet in size, and dropping off into a dark, endless abyss. As you step out into this new space, you see that the cavern walls are inlaid with row upon row of glowing green runes. Larger in size, and like the ones you found in the temple in the ebony thicket, their purpose is containment. In the center of this chasm, you see a tremendous black stone structure, oval, like an egg resting on its side. Feeding into this structure from each cardinal direction, including the way you are coming, is a long, wide bridge supported by struts that fall away deep into the darkness below, and lead into the side of this egg, where a towering door provides entrance to the containment amphitheater.
Oh, this is like a building.
It's like a large oval structure. It's self-contained, and
How big? How big is it?
Digital devils on
it's hundreds of feet wide. It looks to be suspended by these magnificent struts that just descend down into the darkness of this abyss.
at first when you starting to describe it, I imagined it as like the big like metal bean in Chicago or whatever city that's
It's
in.
kind of like that.
But that's way
Bean!
smaller. So this thing dwarfs us easily.
It's huge.
Like
It's
we're
huge.
so small compared. I was imagining it to be that size at first. So I'm like, okay, it's way bigger, way bigger. Okay.
Hold on, I want to see if I can draw it. It's just like a big old bean.
yeah, I got it. I was just the size when I wasn't aware.
With like these big struts, kind of, and then like
it's creepy. It looks like a jellyfish.
big bridges that
It looks like a dancing jellyfish.
and there's like a bridge. I can't do like 3D, but you get the idea. Like
yeah,
Oh, I
it's
get it.
going out toward you. You guys are like here, basically.
Jesus.
On the bridge ahead, you see about 100 feet off a trio of Arcadian guards waiting, their rifles at the ready, scanning their surroundings for intruders. What do you do?
Are they looking? Is it like a situation where there's really no way around them? Like
It's a
just
straight bridge straight on into the amphitheater.
so.
and
And it's how well
and
lit
there's-
is this bridge?
pretty dark out here. The only light is coming from the runes that are inlaid along the walls. The glowing, the kind of dull green glow that permeates the entire area.
Huh. Okay.
There's just a chasm that falls down into nothingness below.
Where are they? Like right in front of the exit?
Yeah, they're kind of like hanging out here.
Should we go say
What
hello?
if? No, what guys? What if
What if?
flying carpet
Um,
and we go beneath the bridge
um,
and then we jump them?
would they see us?
It's very dark, right? They can't.
Yeah, it's
see
pretty
very
dark.
well.
I mean, they haven't noticed us yet, right?
No.
If
Well,
we're
I
like
mean, they're
flying under
human.
the bridge, I don't think they'd be able to see us.
We determined in universe we determined there's a weight limit, right?
For the carpet, yeah,
Yeah. So we know that it can't. Well,
it can't exceed 1,200.
Yeah, but we don't have. It doesn't have to go fast right now.
And
All of
Sissel's
us
gonna,
can.
Sissel's gonna get on her trusty broom anyway.
Yeah.
That way we can flank them.
I fear that I may weigh it down, but we can try.
How much do you weigh again?
Is this a
Rude.
character out of character?
Me neither. I just want the information.
Alright, can I just ask a person?
I mean, in character, Goff wouldn't know.
Oh.
He knows that he's very heavy because he's tall and has a lot of muscle. But
It doesn't have to go fast. It just has to go.
yes, well, as long as it wouldn't go, then we'll be okay.
Because we're not trying to get past them. We're probably just going to have to get the drop on them.
Perhaps could Ellen ride with you, Sissel, since you'll be a little bit faster.
Sure.
And so I think Ellen will just join Sissel on the back of the broom, since Ellen.
I feel
That'll
like
be a
this is a
little bit-
total Vox Machina move because they
It
just
is.
use the
Well,
the carpet
the
for
carpet
everything.
was the signature of all their plans until they lost it. So, like, it'll be interesting to try this out. Hopefully, our new friend.
You take one
Deal
side,
with-
we'll take the other.
Very well. I pull out the carpet and unroll it.
It pops to life.
Hello, friend. How would you feel about a maiden voyage?
It nods furiously.
It seems willing. Oh, let us. All right, you. Goff points to the other side of the bridge, like to the right, I guess, and says, "All right, you two are there. We'll do this way, the left." And I guess I set the carpet out kind of flat and help get Haraith and Roscoe and Mito on to it and
Okay.
climb on.
All right.
Sissel and Ellen are gonna hop on the broom and sneak around to
Um,
the opposite side.
Okay. The magic carpet
How-
struggles a little bit under the total combined
how mu-
weight.
How much does Mito and Haraith and Roscoe weigh? Because it might still not breach with 600. Because I weigh 370 rough. So that's another.
Roscoe weighs probably about 50 pounds, maybe a little more. I don't know how
Okay.
much an adult German Shepherd weighs.
Probably roughly
Probably-
that.
Yeah,
Probably
between
more than
30 and 50. I don't know.
because it's basically 233 pounds of weight. So if 3 of you, I mean, I know necessarily probably won't matter too much, but if
Mido, without the armor, weighs
it's
155 pounds.
Yeah, you got
So-
armor.
and I'm assuming that her eighth would probably weigh.
Around 150.
Yeah, so it's never mind. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be
Yeah,
too much.
Okay.
a little
So,
heavy.
Sorry, it's a bit heavy, but we don't need to go fast. Just take your time. Goff is talking to the fucking carpet.
The carpet,
Chugging, very
the carpet slowly lowers itself to the underside of the bridge and begins plodding along through the open darkness of the chasm. Sissel and Ellen, you are on the opposite side of the bridge, also quietly making your way along, going 10, 20, then 50 feet, closing in on your destination. The light from the torches that one of the guards is carrying is now visible. It appears that many of them can't really see very far in front of themselves. They are probably just human guards, no dark vision, putting them at a disadvantage in this environment. You make your way to just underneath where they're present. What do you do?
So I'd say maybe Ellen can try and take care of one.
Are we killing them or are we knocking them out?
I'd prefer to
Um,
knock them out.
How close is one of them to the edge?
Oh God.
They're, kind of leaning against the side, looking around.
Okay, assuming it's feasible, Sissel wants to reach up and grab the ankle of one of them and, like some sort of sea monster, just pull him over the edge.
Okay, make
Um,
a strength, an athletics check.
Okay, this can only go well.
Is it possible Ellen could do something as well?
Yeah.
Let's
Um,
see.
I want her to try and get behind them, like get onto the bridge and get behind them. Like, are they all looking in the same direction? Or are they looking?
They're looking at different directions.
Okay.
Okay, so getting behind them isn't really possible. They're kind of covering all their vision spots.
They're not covering behind themselves. They've got their back to the door.
Oh, okay. Is it possible for where Sissel is in position that for Ellen to get up onto the bridge?
Yeah, she could do a little parkour if she wants to do an acrobatics check.
Okay, so I need to do acrobatics and a stealth check.
What did Sissel get for athletics?
I got a 12. Would the shield glove do anything for that? Is that
The
only
shield
shot?
glove only affects push attacks.
Okay. Well, shit, I should have done that.
But it doesn't matter because I rolled a 2.
Can whatever Sissel's happen at the same time Ellen does something? Because I feel
Yes.
like okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. So
What is Alan doing?
so at the same time Ellen that Sissel does that, Ellen's gonna get like, well, I need to roll the acrobatics, right?
Yeah, give me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
She
has
can't
reliable
roll. She has
talent.
expertise, doesn't she? So she can't roll lower than like.
I need to open
20
her
something.
I need to open her character sheet. Whoops. She's proficient, but she doesn't have expertise in acrobatics.
Okay,
The lowest she
so
can roll is a 19.
Yeah.
But
I'd say I'm not
anyway.
gonna have you roll because with a 19 she can get up there, no problem.
Okay, do I need to roll stealth as well? I mean, do I
No.
even need to? it just automatically works, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, because she has expertise in that.
She's so broken. Please
Um,
nerf rogues.
So Ellen hops quietly up onto the bridge right behind the 3 guards, just as Sissel grabs one of them by the ankle and yanks him off of the side. Are you just letting him plummet?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was what Sissel would do.
So you let go and the guard plummets into the abyss below, screaming.
Oh, Sissel.
At this point, both of the other 2 guards immediately
Well, I almost
go
didn't do
alert,
something.
and they go, Kowalski! And they
Okay.
bring their guns up.
can
What is
Ellen-
Ellen doing?
I mean, she's gonna try and like hit one on the back of the head and like
All
knock
right,
him out.
give me a attack with advantage because it's a surprise
Oh,
attack.
we were doing this non-lethally? Oh.
Fuck.
I said to try and not kill them.
Oh!
We've killed enough guards today, Sissel.
Is this with her weapon or what? Like, yeah, her rapier. Like she's using like the
Yeah.
handle of it.
Uh huh.
To hit.
I didn't hear that part.
21.
That definitely hits. I'm not even gonna have you roll damage. Are you doing this non-lethally?
Yes.
Apparently.
Ellen
Ellen-
is.
Ellen steps up behind one of the 2 remaining guards and clocks him right on the back of the neck, and he is out cold. The other one spins around immediately to face her, in fright, firing his weapon with disadvantage because she's so close.
It's too late to go after that dude.
I mean, I could cast
yeah.
something on him, but
I'm not casting anything if I can avoid it.
So that is not going to hit Ellen because that's only like a 10 to hit.
Well, I guess Kowalski is Kowalski now.
But the air is now acrid with gun smoke as this soldier discharges his musket right over Ellen's shoulder.
I'm gonna. Can the carpet gang? Can I do something?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. How far down are we?
You're like 10 feet down.
I'm gonna look at Roscoe and I'm gonna place my hands on his sides and say, Roscoe now, and I'm gonna throw him up. And
Okay.
so he gets behind that guy now and have him trying to encourage him to do what Ellen did.
You do kind of a stepping stone maneuver, and Roscoe bounces off of your hands and leaps up onto the bridge. Just as this guard is firing his musket in Ellen's direction, he grabs the guard by the, I'll say like the wrist in his mouth. That is a hit. He starts wrangling with the guard, and the guard, in fright, drops his musket and starts trying to pull away from Roscoe, who is now essentially grappling him. What are the rest of you doing?
can we float? Can we float the thing up?
You can float up. So you float up into view, and you see Roscoe with his teeth around one of these, the remaining guard's wrist.
Anybody hit him, because I don't think my weapon can do non-lethal.
I will do it. I will try to non-lethal knock this guy out.
Okay,
with
give
my
me an
hammer.
attack.
Here goes me with one less point in my roll. It hit because I roll an 18 plus.
Yeah,
8,
yep, that hits.
whatever
So,
it is.
Goff, your towering Goliath form floats up into view, and you crack this guy across the side of the head with your fist, and he collapses to the ground.
Oh, that was almost perfect.
Well, that went well.
Sissel,
We're probably going to have to pay his widow or whatever.
Oh.
I don't. We did say to not. Well, it's. We
I
don't have
wasn't
time
paying
to
It's
attention,
okay.
Sorry.
I
You
mean,
weren't
it
paying
did work.
attention.
It definitely worked. And
Well, they would have
to-
killed us,
Yeah,
or
they
they're
were
trying
going,
to kill
they were
us.
probably
So.
going to kill us, and then they wouldn't
you
have
say that-
They wouldn't have even paid our widows.
You hear a
Did you-
shout from the adjacent bridges to your left and your right,
Uh-oh.
and you see a number of guards on either side swing around and draw their rifles upon you.
Let's go.
Can we run
But
and
this
die?
effort is cut short when from the left side a small form barrels into view down the hallway,
Yes.
and with a roar crashes into the guards. They're toppling them off the bridge.
No sense of subtlety.
Yes.
They tumble into the darkness screaming. And on the right side,
Yay!
you catch sight as a figure in a tan trench coat and fedora silently
Oh, hell yeah.
materializes behind one of the guards, slits his throat, kicks the second off the bridge, and then chucks his knife into the forehead of the third.
Oh
Oh my god, Jack, you fucking edgelord.
Fucking
Nothing
DT.
personnel, kid.
Nothing
That's
personal.
literally him. He is so nothing personnel kid. Like he's way more graceful about it. But that's literally what he was like the first time we met him. Like when he
Teleports behind you.
It's
Nothing
not- it's
personal.
nothing.
You literally said that.
It's just my job.
Jack and the B team move in to position on their adjacent bridges, and Dr. Walden gives you a wave, and you hear a crackle over your earpiece. And he says, "All right, we all ready?"
Let's do this.
No.
No time like the present.
The two teams on either side quietly make their way into the amphitheater, disappear out of sight.
I guess.
Let's
We boldly go.
power walk.
I
Okay.
tell Ellen to. I mean, I don't need to tell her that. I'm gonna. Is it possible to have Ellen do like a kind of like as we go trap?
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of traps.
Give me an investigation check for her.
Well, it's big, I think. Ellen Mahariel, investigation. Yeah, that's a 30.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Oh
This
my
is the
God.
first time I ever experienced rolling
She
a
does
30.
not. She does not find any
Okay.
traps.
All right.
As you pass through the archway and into the amphitheater's ruined interior. Pillars of obsidian stone and dilapidated black walls greet you. Their surface is weathered from an intense power, almost like a bomb went off directly north of your position. A balcony rings the upper tier of the structure, and you pass in below it, while Walden and his companions flank in from their sides from above.
Oh, so they're on the balconies and we're below?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought these were all the same floor. Okay.
No. You can see that the upper tier is ringed with Arcadian guards and cultists in red robes, and as you take cover behind some of the ruined walls nearby, you look north through the ruins to see a dais rising above everything else. On the dais, you spy a number of figures. 2 cultists in red robes, tinged with gold lining, stand looking left and right, their faces covered in white masks. Their forms squirm and undulate unnaturally under their robes.
Gross.
On the left side of the platform, in a large mechanical emplacement, almost like a cannon, and within its heavily fortified gunner seat, you spot a man in a blue Arcadian captain's uniform sitting that can only be Captain Blackbrook. Central on the dais, you see Anna. On her knees, her head lowered, she seems bloody and beaten and tired as tinges of red dapple her brass dragon scales. And behind her, pacing impatiently, you spot Victor, his cane tucked under his arm, his gray 3-piece suit impeccable even in these dreary surroundings.
Fuckhead.
Behind Victor and Anna, a terrible sight rises up. A framed portal, twisted and black as coal, casts its imposing shadow across the dais. You see 2 circular rings of green light illuminated upon it, one on the left side of the frame and one on the top, places where the keys, the tyranny of flesh and the demand of madness, are locked in. Victor stops in his pacing to squint into the surrounding darkened ruins, and he sighs. You know, we heard the commotion outside. You can come out. I know you're probably here.
Yep,
Probably.
probably.
I'd rather not come out with that man and his, coward's device.
Sissel
The
walks
gun.
out.
Look, give you one last chance to work with me on this. All you gotta do is turn over the last key. We'll let Anna go. But as far as I can see now, you have 2 options. You either work with me on this. We finish our work here. Anna lives. I let her go. Or we fight. And Anna dies, and you die, and I get what I want anyway. So it seems like a pretty obvious decision to me.
I'm rolling an insight check with Ellen because
Okay.
she's good at that.
All right.
On
On
what
him?
he's saying, on him,
Oh.
on him.
This is not an insightful fighting thing.
Oh no, this is just her rolling insight on the conversation.
Oh, okay.
What he's saying about like Anna being spared and all that stuff.
What'd you get?
24.
It's hard to read.
Okay.
This is a slippery man.
Yeah, he is.
How's the portal coming?
Oh, we're getting there. Be a lot faster if you just turned over that key.
Yeah, we came down here and fought through all of the bullshit to just hand it over to you.
You said you were going to.
Well,
You made it kind of
I don't-
difficult.
Well, let's just say I haven't gotten to live as long as I have by trusting everyone.
How
at
long
first
is
val-
that?
Face value. I mean, I'm not a young man.
How old are you?
40 years.
That's it's a bit strange. I've met
I'm
Are
older
we
than
going
that,
to trade barbs,
bitch.
or are you going to
many,
turn over the key? I'm really not interested in hearing your little chat.
and
right
I'm not
now.
interested in your piteous
Ah,
tantrum.
all right. Okay. I see.
You're
that
going to
can be
get what you
difficult.
want. You're going to just open a portal to
Okay.
God, to
Look,
who
I'm not
knows-
interested in hearing what you have to say. Your
You're
funeral.
pathetic.
He whistles. All right, shoot him.
Okay.
Why don't you come down here and fight me yourself?
I'm gonna drink the potion of
hear-
fire breathing.
A hulking. From off to the right, you hear a thunderous footfalls, and upon the ground, shaking the debris off the nearby ruins, and a hulking form, 15 feet tall, lumbers into view. It is a bloated sack of pulsating flesh in vaguely humanoid form, its body barely restrained by a series of black chains that bind it together. It sneers at you with a hare lip and hoists 2 huge clawed hands in your direction. The surrounding Arcadian guards focus upon you, drawing their weapons as the B team moves in. Victor waves his hand. Get rid of them. And at this point,
That's the end of the session.
that's the end of the session. I'm going to let you put yourselves where you want, but I'm also going to need you to roll initiative. You are at the south right now.
Is that Joseph Oda?
Maybe.
Who's Joseph Oda?
From the Evil Within.
I knew you of all
Oh.
people would recognize
I'm
him.
sorry. It's a very distinctive face.
I
That
know,
makes me
but that's
happy.
also what he looked.
No,
So-
looks
no,
like.
it's very good.
Thank you for pinging Gimbal a lot.
I'm gonna. Is it possible that we could take our potions now before things start, or is it?
I'll give you a free action to do that. Yeah.
Potion.
I'm gonna.
My sword is on.
I mean, isn't it always on unless you say otherwise?
Yeah, but
Anyway.
last time it was a problem. So
Do I have time to do one spell?
No.
Damn. Okay. I thought I'd
so,
ask.
so I'm taking the hill giant. Mido's taking the stone giant, and Cecil's taking vulnerability. So temporarily,
I'm
my
not
strength
taking
is.
invulnerability right now. I'm taking fire breathing.
Oh, okay. So Mido, make sure you remember you have 6 strength and not 5. And I need to remember that I have 5 strength and not
Also
3.
on the broom.
Let me just figure out my rolls here.
Hell yeah.
Initiative. I'll do it in the thing this time because it's easier for you.
Yeah. Things
It'll
back
probably
up.
be shit because Roll20 hates me when I roll on it, but I need to
let's
click
do
like.
it. Let's go.
Man, this background is hard to see Goff on.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's not. It's just because the colors are kind of the same.
How high are these walls?
They're enough for full cover.
Yeah.
They're basically
Yeah,
rooms you can
thanks,
go in and out of.
Roll20.
Are you gonna be NPCing the B team?
They're off screen. So
Oh,
yes.
okay.
They're gonna be theater of the minding.
I thought they were gonna fight the Flesh Titan for us.
They're fighting all the fucking guards and cultists that are up on the higher balcony.
Yeah,
right
true.
now. Who am I missing? I'm missing Roscoe. To give him a little cheeky roll. That was cocked. That's better. 18 plus 5.
Do we all arrange ourselves within this kind of area, or can we go forward a little bit?
You can go forward a little bit. I'd say up to those stairs.
Okay, because I wanted to like run in here.
Okay. So do we have everyone on the screen? Wraith, Roscoe, Guards, Blackrook, Victor, Flesh Weavers, Flesh Titan, Sissel, Mido, Goff, Ellen. I need Ellen.
Oh, sorry, that's right. I'm controlling her. I forgot I needed to roll her initiative. Click Ellen. Activate initiative.
Okay. So I think that's
Shit, I
everyone.
need to think about what Ellen does.
Okay.
What are her attuned items?
The cloak, for flying.
Cloak, gloves,
and-
thievery. Are those attuned?
I
Have been
think so.
intellect. Okay, yeah, okay. Sorry.
I don't know what else.
I think that's the 3 of them.
Okay, is anybody else moving to position?
Let's see, Ellen. That's right. I need to remember I'm controlling Ellen.
I'm gonna just let you know there's like a archway here. So Sissel, you would be within view of the archway.
Is Ellen in full cover if she's right here?
Yes.
I'm saying Ellen's probably hiding still.
Yeah.
Over here.
I'm gonna pick this spot and stay. Is this like an open thing thing I can fly in and out of, or is
Yeah.
it like a room with a ceiling?
It's open. You can
Okay.
fly in and out of it. Okay, ready?
As it will ever
Yes.
be.
Where on the map are the keys?
They are
Where?
trapped in the siphons.
Oh, they're in the
itself.
siphon at the back. Okay.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of knowledge. I don't know.
Okay, if we're ready.
I guess.
Whew.
No, I'm not. I'm so anxious.
All right. Beginning with Roscoe, he is going to click his little booties together. His bonus action.
Yeah.
He's gonna rush. He can literally go anywhere. Do you direct him anywhere particularly you want him to go? If you want to shout as a free action to like prioritize something.
I'm gonna tell him. This is so.
He can
tough.
literally go anywhere in the entire.
I know. I don't know. I don't know what I want him to prioritize on. I'm gonna tell him for now. I'm gonna tell him for now. Like as we get in, I'm gonna tell him. Focus on the guards.
Okay.
I think because he's really effective against minor enemies. He
Yeah.
fucks them up so good. So,
So-
I'm gonna say like I'm gonna point him over to the left guards, so he's not
Okay.
near the flesh titan. I'm scared
Okay.
of it. Say go there.
So
And-
he rushes this first guard. He's going to make one attack. That hits as he bites down upon this guard's arm. He's going in for a second attack. That misses. He goes in for his. He doesn't have any more attacks as he uses bonus action to click his heels.
Oh, his bonus. So he can only do 2 without the bonus action. I thought it was 3 without the bonus. Is that
He can
Mito?
only do 2. Mito,
Mito's the one that does 3 without it.
that
Okay.
is going to be his turn. Sissel.
Okay. Double check something real quick. Let's save that. Okay. I am going to start this off with. Where the fuck is it? God damn it. Hold on. Can't find my fucking spell. It was right. Okay, here we go. Alright. So, yeah. I am going to start off by casting Slow on Captain Blackrook, Victor Warren, that Flesh Weaver, and the Flesh Titan.
Okay.
Ooh,
Nice.
ooh.
What's the DC on that?
That's a
I just
17.
hear the sound effect from like FF10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
DC
yeah.
17, Wisdom. Oh boy. Okay, so
Go. Slow.
Victor seems to shake it off.
Figured.
Blackrook got a natural 1. So he's
Yay!
Slow that boy down.
Flesh Titan and the Flesh Weavers. Let me find their stats. Okay, so Flesh Weaver got a natural 20.
Fuck.
Flesh Titan got a 16 plus. Does he have a
Zero.
plus?
How would a flesh titan have a
Plus
wisdom?
0, yeah.
Yay!
Oh yeah!
Oh, wow. Hell yeah!
I was gonna say if a flesh titan has a wisdom modifier, what the fuck?
So that is going to reduce his AC by 2, as well as Dex saving throws. He can't use reactions. Can only use an action or bonus action. Loses his multi-attack.
Alright.
Correct.
Sissel yells, "Let him have it!" And she starts displacing.
Okay. He's also half movement speed now, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Slow's nasty.
I hate that.
The
Oh, yeah,
Flesh
and
Titan
she, and then she
gets
like ducks behind this little wall there too.
the Flesh Titan gets that far, and since nothing is within his range to hit, actually, let me see.
if it
What's
can
that
reach,
range?
it has a 15-foot range. That's
It has a
insane.
10-foot. It has a 10-foot reach.
Woo!
Unfortunately, just out of range. So you see it start beating its chest as it flies into a range.
Slowly. Buh, buh.
And it's gonna now at the end of its turn roll to try to beat. That is a natural 18.
No.
Wait, can you keep rolling on slow? I thought slow was one of the
Yeah.
ones that just stuck.
No, I believe you can roll
Oh.
at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
A creature affected.
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
spell.
A creature affected by the saves by the spell makes a saving throw at the end of the turn.
Womp.
Womp
Well,
womp.
it didn't hit
Well.
Roscoe in the first turn.
That brings us to Ellen.
I don't know. Let's see. can I say that Ellen's wings were? Ellen's already.
Ellen's
She already.
wings are gone.
They're gone. Shit, she can't fly. That sucks. Her movement is what is it?
30
normal?
feet.
Is it?
30 feet, yes.
Should probably remove the wing icon.
Yeah.
Or does it say speed on the character sheet? Okay, I see it. Okay. Oh yeah, the wing icon. Yeah. Okay.
I removed it.
I mean,
So
she
another
can use a
30.
cunning action to dash.
And that's
She can.
what does cunning action
It
take
means
away?
using your
Does?
bonus.
action.
And she doesn't use her bonus action very much, does she?
She
Or
uses
she
her bonus
uses it
action for insightful fighting. Mhm.
So Ellen, I don't know.
Maybe
How far can Ellen? What was that?
I don't know. Maybe the Titan because it's big.
Also, but Black Rope with the Gatling gun could really.
I said I was going to take care of the Gatling
Oh,
gun. Don't worry
okay.
about that.
All right. Since you said that, Ellen will take cover. I mean, where she is probably fine. She'll go over here. Can she still like peek out and see everything from where she
Yeah.
is?
Yes.
So she shifts over. She takes...
Actually, from there, probably not because there's a wall here.
Oh, can she like move up and then look? Like I want her to be able to like peek out and be able to see the guards. Like, pretty much
She'd be
everything.
able to. She
You can
honestly,
move in and then move back.
you can move in and move back, but honestly, like this is a plateau. Like she would have to get out to here in order to see anything.
Can she still take cover behind like the stairs or something if she does?
Yeah, it'll be.
Okay, so she moves up.
Yeah.
She like gets up. Like I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out. She moves up
I understand.
and she gets
She gets-
so she can so she can see the Titan, and she's going to use the Inquisitive thing. So
It's
it's
insightful fighting, so that's an insight check
yeah.
versus his deception, which is going to be a whole lot of nothing because he's got a 5 in charisma.
So should
And I
roll
rolled a
it?
5.
Should-
No,
Okay,
You
so
got
she
it.
has that gives her sneak attack on him, right? Okay.
correct.
So then she's gonna do her thing. She's gonna shoot it.
Okay,
Uh,
roll an attack.
Shit, it may not hit him. Weapons. Where's the bow? It's a short bow, right?
It's a +1, yeah.
+1 short bow. 19?
Yeah, more than enough.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess it's because it's big, it's easy to hit. But...
It's big and easy to hit. It's
okay,
huge in
so
size.
damage. It's a D6.
It's a
Not used to
D6
that.
plus
Plus
5,
6.
and then 66
It's plus
for
6.
plus 6. Right, fine. And then 66 for
Ooh,
sneak attack.
60. Okay, so the main hit was 12 because I rolled 6.
Okay.
It's 66 for the sneak attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna main all that. Because that's too many 6s to keep track of. So
Another
12 plus
17 points
17.
of damage. So there's a total of 29.
I believe so. Yeah.
All right.
I
Right.
was rolling
Okay.
off, but whatever.
So Ellen takes careful aim and knocks her short bow and fires straight into this creature's shoulder. It finds purchase, but as it strikes, it sloughs off a bunch of flesh from it that collapses to the floor, and you see spawning from a puddle on the ground.
Oh no!
Oh, Oh fuck.
We'll never escape these.
Alan just says, I think normal attacks may not work very well.
Well, it looks like it damaged it, right?
It
It's
did
just that
damage it. It's just
okay.
that it
It
lost
turned
some of its
into-
mass and turned
We-
into a horse arm.
It made it had an awful horse baby.
Ooh.
Perhaps,
what happened?
Perhaps fire would be effective, like on the
Did
what are
someone
they
say
called?
fire?
What were the guardians, whatever they're called.
Yeah, the flesh things.
Right.
Or
Flesh guardians, flesh golems, whatever.
Guardians of the Flesh.
Guardians of the flesh.
And I guess she's gonna get back up until she's like got cover again. I don't know how far she needs to back up, like to here, I guess,
Yeah.
and then take cover, and then
Okay.
that's it.
All right. That brings us to the Flesh Weaver's turn. This one seems to slither forward without even touching the ground.
Mm.
Ugh.
And it has both of its hands within its robes, crossed, and it extends both of its hands and throws out 2 flesh tentacles that it strikes at Roscoe with.
Oh.
Roscoe.
The first does not hit, and the second does hit. So Roscoe suffers. Where's the die I need to roll? 10 points of bludgeoning damage as this flesh tendril strikes him. The second one, you see it kind of deform and turn into a slurry of flesh, and then it just kind of schlorps over here.
The word usage.
Oh. Actually, can it go further than that? No, that's the extent of its movement. Okay, so that's the Flesh Eater's turn. Now it brings us to Victor. So Victor sighs and he looks down at the ground and he says, I tried to be reasonable, tried to make you see my side of things, but now you're just starting to piss me off. And Victor reaches into his gray pinstripe jacket and he pulls out a pistol. And he presses the barrel to the back of Anna's head. And then he looks up again across the ruins. Choose your next move carefully. That's going to be his turn. Wraith.
That just changed my plan a little bit. I'm thinking. Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
So if I move out here,
Okay.
and get an eye on the Gatling gun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a decision as a spellcaster. I am wondering, does this look like an object that I would be able to animate and manipulate myself?
Yes.
Okay. Would I be able to shoot it, or would it just become a big
It will become a
old...
big bludgeoning object.
Okay. Two birds with one stone, then. I want to cast animate objects on the Gatling gun.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
Okay. I did not anticipate this. This threw everything out the window. Okay.
That's me. I'm a
Hit
bard.
Victor with it.
Hello.
Throw it
Okay.
on top of him.
That's
So,
probably a huge
the-
object. So
Yeah, so the Gatling gun lurches to life, throwing the cage that has Captain Blackrook in it off of it.
Oh my god.
Tumbling to the floor, still in this protective cage. The Gatling gun is now alive and animated. That is a huge...
Yeah, I'm pulling up
I mean,
the...
it's big.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking at it. So, so that's going to be +8 to hit, 2d12 plus 4 damage, 80 HP, 10 AC.
It has HP.
Yeah, it has 80 HP.
So let me
Yeah,
give that
so
over
do
to you.
If you control the
Awesome.
Gatling gun.
Oh,
Only
that
if
was
you could
just-
shoot it, that would be so busted.
I know. I was just wondering if I could be that broken, but this is good enough. So I am.
Let me give it to you. So now you should be able to control it.
Okay. I'm just looking at all the shit that it can do. If I were to attack, I don't really have any control about it's just so big I wouldn't be able to be oh, I want to knock the gun out of his hand or something. I just
Correct,
have to
you
attack.
can't be that.
Okay.
Fine.
I will just say I'm going to do what I can to distract him, but if anybody else can get there, we're going to have to get on our way. I might be able to in a little bit. And I'm going to swing the Gatling gun like a big old pendulum and just try and wallop him.
Okay. As you swing the pendulum in Victor's direction, he does not even flinch as the large construction smashes into an invisible wall of force.
What a bitch.
Okay. That's no fun.
You planned ahead.
Okay. Well, that's
Makes sense.
if I lose concentration, as long as I can not, I don't have to see it, right? I can
Correct.
okay. Are these walls? Can I try and jump over one? How tall are they?
They are full height. You can't really
Okay.
jump over
All
them.
right.
You can
I
use them for
will-
cover.
Go back here because I can only go 5.
Okay. All right. Brings us to Mitoania. Unless you want to use your bonus action for anything.
My bonus action was attacking with the object.
Oh yeah. Okay. Mito.
I gotta get up here. Let's see. Step over here, 8. 5, 6.
Oh, that's probably why it didn't work, huh?
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to cast a spell.
Oh,
What I'm gonna do.
that's new.
I know. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on the big
Nice.
flesh
All
titan.
right. All 3
No.
beams.
All 3 beams.
All right. Make your rolls.
So I
that
don't know if
hits.
that one hits. Okay.
That also hits.
Why is that 12? Why is that one 12
'Cause
as a...
The green means that you got 1 full dice. Like one of them is rolled
Oh,
max. It doesn't mean
okay.
that
Yeah,
it
you
doesn't
rolled
mean that
6
it's
and
max.
3. Oh,
It doesn't.
yeah. That
it
also.
doesn't mean- It doesn't mean that was max damage for all of them. It just means one of them got highest.
So it's a
Okay.
total of 31 points of damage.
Don't I get to reroll if I roll a 1?
Yes, you
on the
do.
damage? Okay, so that's a 2d6, so... Let's just do that.
Just re-roll one of the ones. Yeah. Okay, so it's a 5. So
Plus 4.
so that's gonna be
An extra 4 fire damage.
So 11.
32 total, right? Did I do the math right on that? Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay. As you pepper this flesh titan and it staggers from your attacks, let me see. What's he at?
Wait, read. No, because it's a little bit more than 32. Because it's 12 plus 24 plus 11. is-
12 plus 8 is 20, plus another 12 is 32. Right?
Where's the
I did
8?
Oh, I'm sorry, I did the math wrong. So no, the third scorching ray, might have rerolled the 1, so it's 3 plus 5, which is 8. Did I do the math wrong on that? Why is it adding an additional 3 onto that?
Because it's got the extra damage from the. I don't know, because she rerolled a 1.
Why is
so
it adding a
five,
plus
so it's-
3 to that?
Oh.
Good question.
Are you adding like your spell?
I didn't add
casting
that in there,
modifier?
but you can get rid of that if you want.
I didn't think that you added spellcasting ability modifier naturally to
I
spells.
think
I
so.
don't.
The
It's
damage.
another bonus that was added in here. I didn't change that. So
Huh.
is that from my bracelet or something?
I don't think so, because I don't think that was on yours. I think that was on. No, it is. Yeah. Yours is the one that can add your modifier. I
So-
forgot. My bad.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it should be 35.
It should be 35. Thank you.
I know it's only 3 more points, but the math didn't look right, so I'm sorry. I was like, oh, wait a
Okay.
minute, that's every point counts.
Okay, so as more of this Flesh Titan's form sloughs to the ground,
Oh, the fire didn't do anything. I thought the fire would like cauterize it. Fuck. Ellen says, "Well, I guess I was wrong."
okay, that's going to be your turn, Mito?
Yeah.
Okay. That brings us to Captain Blackrook, who is slowed. He spends half of his movement to get up,
Which is already have this.
which is already half, so he just basically moves 1 square to try to engage the Gatling gun. Can't believe
Isn't the
this.
gun
He is going to make a single strike against
How
it,
can
I
he move
guess.
He's
It,
in
it
that
only
cage.
has an AC of 10, so
What?
it
Isn't
only
he
has
in-
an AC 10.
He's not in the cage. Blackrook's not in the cage. Oh no, he gets out of it. I'm sorry.
You said
Yeah,
he was still
gets
in
out.
the cage when he got
He,
knocked
got-
off.
he crawled out of the protective cage, stood
Oh,
up.
okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. I
Uh,
just thought he was like locked into it.
So he's going to make a single attack at the Gatling gun.
He's gonna attack it.
What's the AC on that thing
It's
again?
only 10. It's not high. So.
Okay, yeah, he hits it. So he's going to do, with his long sword. Fuck. Shit,
keep
I rolled a
damaging
1.
your own weapon.
So that's
Stop hitting yourself.
6 points of slashing damage to it, and he's going to do a wisdom save to try to shake off the slow. That is a natural 20.
Oh. Womp womp.
Wow. It really stymied me for the first part of it. That brings us to the guards' turn. The guards are all going to train their rifles at the only... Well, these two are going to strike at Roscoe.
You would shoot a dog?
They're
Does
defending
the
themselves.
one that's in front of him have disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first is a 20 to hit, which is just Roscoe's AC. The second one is an 18 to hit, so that misses. And then these remaining two are going to move around, try to take cover.
Not at all phased by these gross things.
No. And they're going to, since Maida was just out in the open, they're going to take shots at her.
Yeah.
The first one is not going to hit you. The second one is also not going to hit you. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Oh.
Jesus. Okay. So Roscoe, from that one attack, took 12 points of piercing damage as a musket ball rips through his shoulder.
Oh.
That brings us to Goff.
So did I see the Gatling gun from my position like run into nothing?
Yeah.
Okay. We have no indication that Victor can use spells. He pulls out a pistol. He's probably not capable. Is he admitted to like not using magic, like not having
You
a
don't know.
magic? Okay.
He's
So,
got a pistol on his head.
Anna would not be able to cast a
We
spell.
do know
because
that
she-
he's used illusion magic before.
He has.
Well,
he
there
has
Somehow
wasn't-
he was able to project an illusion. We
Yeah,
don't
he's
know
used some
if he
pretty
did
high
that,
levels
but-
illusion magic before.
Okay,
He's a
so it's
pistol
possible.
packing mama.
It's possible that the Wall of Force is his cast and not Gimbel's. But if it was Gimbel's, I know that there's like they're high level spells. I just hate dealing with like force based.
This is only a 5th level spell.
Well, yeah, but if it's a box, what the fuck? Like the only thing we can
Every
do
day
is
I regret not taking
go
the
into it.
disintegrate.
because we don't have disintegrate. There's only two things you do: teleport into it, or blow it up with one spell on the whole thing.
I
It
may
just
have
drives
an
me
idea.
I know.
crazy. There needs to
Or-
be like,
yeah.
some other way to deal with that. It's
No,
just-
I mean that's why they're so powerful. Like,
if it's a 5th level spell, why is it?
but there's always counters to it.
Is that Mel?
Yeah.
Meldrick,
Hi, Mel.
enjoy. Welcome to the party.
There's only 2
It's
counters
just popping
to it.
off.
Um,
Tom, what are you doing?
I don't know. I
I said I can deal with it next turn, but
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay. Let's see. This is.
Oh, I didn't put Gimbal on the turn order.
Yeah, I thought that was intentional.
yeah, I was about to ask if he was doing something else.
He's playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah, he's playing World of Warcraft.
That's cocked. Oh, that's not too high for him.
His gnome OC, Gimbal Needle Nose.
Yeah, unfortunately, he rolled pretty low.
Nani?
Hi.
Stuff is happening.
Hey,
Stuff's
so-
popping off.
stuff's
What are you
popping
doing,
off.
Tom?
Are you in the game now, Mel?
Mel is in.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
I just came in and saw the board and
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just-
I'll type it in. Go for it.
Okay.
Just,
I'm.
yeah, don't
I can't-
waste time explaining. Just
I can't do a whole lot from how far away I am. So I'm gonna use my movement plus dash to get to Roscoe.
okay.
I'm gonna. I guess yeah. So like elevation wise, this area right here, is that above that guy?
This area right here is above. Yeah.
How far high above him? Like, can I still hit him if I needed, if I got within?
No,
range of
you
him?
would have to jump down.
Okay, I'm gonna go back up Roscoe, so I'm gonna move full movement, and as I'm doing that, I'm just gonna yell at Victor, "Fight your own battles, you pathetic coward!" and just run up to help Roscoe for whatever happens next. Bonus action I could do, yeah, fucking. Wait, how many spell points do I have?
35, I think.
33.
33, that's close.
So, no, I'm gonna not do anything else. That's my turn.
Okay. All right. At the top of the round, a transcendent light fills the amphitheater and a powerful hum reverberates through its walls. A glow pours out from the siphon as the frame activates.
Oh
Its
boy.
3 key repositories spinning. And with a burst of energy, the portal comes to life. A maddening wail fills the room, the sound of countless lost or tortured souls. The white light from the portal continually shifts and distorts the surface, a myriad of crying, screaming faces, and Victor smiles. At this point, as the wisps of magical energy start flowing out of the siphon, every magic user regains 7 spell points.
What?
7 spell point? What? You cut off.
You
Yes.
regain 7 spell points.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Motherfucking Shroud of Saints is up, bitch.
Yeah, and it's summoning hell onto our Earth.
Well, you know.
You know, win some, lose some.
It's you got Shroud of Saints, you got Shroud of Satanists.
Yeah.
At Roscoe's turn, he is going to perform another strike on this. Oh, fuck. It goes off the table. Use my second dice. 8, 6. Does that hit him?
Alan, just so you know, you
No.
currently have Inquisitive fighting on the big Flash Titan.
Oh, lovely.
Roscoe rears back, misses one of his attacks, and then goes in for the juggler on this Arcadian guard, dragging him to the ground and putting him out of commission.
Well,
He
there's one.
rushes up
Dog.
to this guard as well, and he is going to do a flurry of paws, making 2 attacks. That one just hits. The second one also just hits as Roscoe rushes up to this guard, tackles him to the ground immediately, and rips his jugular out.
Good.
Jesus.
I mean, it's not
boy.
great to kill these guards. They probably aren't terrible, but listen,
They'd kill us.
Listen,
sometimes.
They had a lot of opportunities to not get involved with
that
this.
brings us to Sissel.
Overkill!
I believe in you, Sissel.
I see a real nice cluster of guys out there. If you were thinking maybe AoE would be effective.
Yeah, I was maybe thinking about
Whatever
it.
Sissel would do.
Actually, yeah, it's a real nice cluster.
It's
I
a
just
real
wanna-
nice little.
I just want to
little
steal
pile right
Cyclone that
there.
group right there. I just want to spam. I just want to inter-release and steal Cyclone through all those guys.
Yeah.
I just want to use Final Heaven on.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I got a nice juicy 10 charges on my staff of power, so I'm gonna use.
Oh,
5 of
fuck.
those.
Yeah!
Where is
Wait,
it? What's
can
it hitting?
I empowered spell some of that, or is it?
I'm
not
gonna say no.
possible?
It's
Okay,
only on
so-
your own spells.
Okay.
Wow, a lot of 2s in there. That's
What? Where is it hitting? Where's the? source point?
Like I want it to hit like.
All
Nick
those-
fucking-
Without hitting Goff
Yeah,
or
like
Mida.
I'm kind of placing it
It's
over
a
here.
15-foot range, isn't it? Or is it 30 feet or 15?
It's a 20-foot radius, so
20
40 feet
foot.
in total.
Okay, so to hit all of them, you'd have to kind of like hit it right there. Yeah. Okay. So they're all gonna have to make dex saves.
that's
So what's the DC? 17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, that sucks. So 3 of the horse horrors fail, and the flesh titan also fails. So the flesh titan takes 26 points of fire damage, and 3 of these horse horrors are immediately incinerated.
Nice.
But from those 26 points of damage, you actually
We
see
get
as it takes that damage, more of its body sloughs off. But at the same time, it shrinks.
Oh.
oh my god.
Ah.
Wasn't Isn't there like an enemy like Yoshi's Island or something that does this shit?
Yeah.
I
It's
feel
it's like a Dragon Quest slime.
Okay.
Yoshi's
Oh my God.
Island when you hit the
Is that
thing
your
with the
turn?
egg.
Um.
Yeah.
I am going to actually. I'm gonna hop up and get over here, and then hide behind.
Okay.
Them. Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
who's this?
A sneaky
who's-
bad boy.
Oh, they're
He's a
flesh
sneaky,
weavers.
gross man. If you zoom
don't-
in, you can see worms under his hood.
We don't really know.
Yeah.
So far, all we've seen them do is like do a gross flesh teleport and slap with tentacles. We don't know what else they're capable of.
Tentacle slappy.
It slapped Roscoe with one of its tentacles. that's
Also,
all
are
I've seen.
these like tall walls?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're
they're
like-
full cover.
We don't.
Yeah.
I don't think we know that person's there. I don't think we saw
Okay.
them. Here. Did we?
Okay.
Did we see them go there?
No,
You
they
do
kind
not
of
see
like
them.
turned into like a
Flesh goop.
mist and disappeared.
Flesh
They
mist,
turn into a puddle
Right.
like Alex
Yeah.
Mack. And
flesh mist or flist.
Yeah, let's not go
Brain
there.
mist.
let's not go that way.
Mm.
It's the Flesh Titan's turn. In a
Lightning.
rage, it runs toward Goff. Still in its rage from last round.
Oh, it was
like-
raging. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
because it wasn't able to hit anything.
Oh,
That's
like
the
actually
feature.
mechanically raging. Uh-oh.
That's the mechanical. Well, no, the rage for this thing means that it gets advantage on its next attacks. So we'll find out what those attacks can be because I have to roll a d10 to determine what that is.
Oh.
Oh.
That's how this particular monster works.
Uh,
So,
Roll a 1, gives
I
Goff
rolled
a
a
big
I
hug.
rolled a 1, which means 3 attacks with his fists against one random target. So Goff, you see
if
this
it's
thing
random,
run.
could it also be the Horus?
No, it has to be a single target. It's focused on you.
Oh,
So
random.
Horse.
it rushes toward you, swinging its massive fleshy fists wildly. So that is going to be a natural 1, a 12 to hit, and another 12 to hit. I can't fucking believe this. Okay, so none of those hit you. You just dodge left and right and center as these massive fists whoosh right over your head.
Bobbing and weaving.
And that's going to be the Flesh Titan's turn. That brings us to Ellen. Actually, I just want to move him out of the space.
I'm just gonna move up here. Okay.
I'm rolling real bad.
So, we have determined the. Is it like a wall or like a cage around Victor?
It's
a
a
force-
wall. It's a
force-
force
to be-
wall.
Wall, but it's probably like in a cube or dome shape because
Okay.
we were able to like Sissel was able to affect Blackrook, but
And pretty
not
much
Victor
Blacker.
and assumedly Anna. I mean, because they're both in there. So, but
Sounds
Horace has
good.
also said that she will deal with that. However,
Oh, okay, sure.
I mean, because I
um,
think she's the only one who can do anything about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So meanwhile,
Doesn't cap banana.
I'll look at this boy here, this flesh boy, this
Okay.
You want to roll to see if you
Are you
anything?
switching your thing from the Flesh Titan?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. I'll just keep
You
yeah,
can switch. I just put it on that because it was the first thing that she could see.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you want to swap it, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll swap
It's not
it
my
because
character.
yeah, I'll swap it because I'll say like I saw one of them just dissolve into the fist.
Yeah.
Please don't keep saying
Please
that.
stop saying that. You're making me
Okay.
nauseous.
It makes my mouth feel bad. I don't even
Okay.
say it.
The flesh mist. That's not much better, really.
It's fine.
Can you just? What are you doing?
I'm transferring. Do you wanna transfer
okay.
my insight? Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Naturally, it is. Okay, what is my insight? Plus 13. You wanna 13 plus 13. Ooh, that's
Yeah,
a
it's not. I'm
26.
not gonna beat that. Okay, you got it.
Okay. And then I roll to hit. 17 plus
I'm assuming you hit it.
17 plus 10.
Yeah, that hits.
And then. Oh my
Look,
god.
69 and 420 and blah blah blah.
yeah. I wish. My D6 bow damage is a 4 plus 1.
Okay. 4 plus
And-
1.
Yes. Oh, no, 4 plus 5
So
plus
your
1.
dex. Yeah,
So,
okay.
yeah,
So
sorry.
10.
Yes.
Okay, and your
And
sneak
then
attack.
my 66 sneak attack
Ugh.
is a 28.
You strike this creature, this floating creature, directly in its chest, and it wobbles for a second, and its hands fall down to its side, and you see a bunch of worms and maggots beginning escaping out of its robes, and
Ugh.
it's still alive, but it's very
It's like the
badly hurt.
cockroach lady.
Very badly hurt.
I remember that lady from Patrick's campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Cockroach woman.
Yeah.
Men
That's
in Black?
it.
Thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
also the Men in Black guy.
Okay. That brings us to the Flesh Weavers. You see some of the maggots that came out of the Flesh Weaver go back up into the robe, and it seems
Ew.
bolstered again. And
Oh,
it-
does it seem like it regenerated health?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
It turns toward Goff and
Oh my
starts
God.
whispering in an eldritch voice.
Ugh.
And Goff, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Han, it's whispering. All right. That's a wisdom
really
throw if I've ever heard one.
obnoxious- A real obnoxious whisperer.
19.
19 is enough. As your flesh begins to crawl and warp, you manage to fight it off. You only take 6 points of necrotic damage. So that's going to be its turn. Well, it has one last turn where it's going to move over to this flesh titan, and you see it hold its hands up as its bonus action. And then the robe drops to the ground, and the flesh weaver is no more,
Oh, it's gonna
Oh.
absorb.
and it grows in size once more. The
Gross.
second flesh weaver turns into you can't see it, but suddenly this puddle of flesh oozes through the cracks in the wall and appears on the other side, Ellen.
Gross.
And it is going to use its flesh warp on you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Come on.
That's not a good one for Ellen.
No, it isn't. But it's a natural 17.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Oh my god.
So you only take 8 points of necrotic damage. You do not suffer the additional effect, and the flesh weaver turns into puddle again and schlorps back over here.
Ellen's just going to be like,
The horse horrors are going to have their turn because I don't have them on the turn order. They all rush in toward Goff.
Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ.
With pack tactics, they're all going to make attacks with advantage on you.
Wow.
Uh,
Wolf horses.
These are all misses so far, but one of them got a 24 to hit. So you suffer 11 points of piercing damage as it bites down upon you, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Of course. Ooh, 19 again.
Yeah, you're fine. You manage to keep yourself upright and kick this creature off of you. That brings us to Victor's turn.
Boo. Thumbs down.
Victor
Emoji.
looks back to the portal and
Got
then
enough of this dude.
out toward the ruins again, and he says, "Remarkable. Well, guess that settles things. Remember Bluehearts? You brought this honor." He cocks the hammer of the pistol. "Sorry, Anna, but you were really too dangerous to be left alive." A gunshot rings out through the amphitheater, and Anna's body falls to the ground in slow motion.
No!
Her form struggles slightly, the blood pooling below her. Victor plants his foot on her back, aims the gun, and fires 2 more bullets
Oh,
into the back
fuck.
of her head. She stops moving.
Man, if I had known there... So pissed off. If I had 2 more on my fucking initiative.
Hiraeth.
They literally couldn't have done anything. That sucks. There's literally nothing we could have done because we didn't know about it until it was too late. Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, we did though.
No, but Haraith didn't know about it until.
We didn't know there was a wall up until I tried to attack him.
Oh.
And then by
and
the
by
time
then I'd
Haraith
already
took
used
turn-
my
but
action.
yeah. So the only person who could have done anything, it didn't have a chance to. This fucking sucks. Okay.
Hiraeth.
I want to cast Dimension Door.
Okay. Alright.
I'm going to
So
appear right
you-
next to her.
Okay.
And I can't attack. But Could I have said that I drew my weapon? I always forget that it like you have to activate
Yeah,
it.
I'll say you draw
Okay,
you
like
drew your
when we
weapon.
walked in, I would have done that. So I kind of like, I stand over her with my sword drawn and and the shield that I borrowed from Goff out, and I'm gonna kind of like prepare to act next turn. And for my bonus action, I'm going to try to whack the captain with the Gatling gun.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
That is a +8 hit. 17.
That does not hit, unfortunately, as he deflects it with his shield.
Okay.
Now that the slow has worn off, he seems a lot more difficult to hit. Mido.
Well, this sucks. I'm gonna get over to Joff. Wait, these are full walls over here, or is this one broken?
What do you mean? This is like a balcony. You can look down.
I'm gonna jump down. Oh, I guess I can't because.
Aren't there just stairs you
there's
just
space.
walk down right in front of you?
No, I'm trying to get. I would like to get in between
Oh,
you and the
adjacent?
horse horde, but I can't.
Well,
But it's okay. I don't want to be adjacent to the Titans. That's all.
oh,
Wait a minute. Is it possible for me to jump down from here onto this horse horror?
Yeah.
And attack?
Give me an attack roll.
You will be adjacent to the Titan after you land, if it's something you're worried
You
about.
will.
Yeah, I know, but
Oh, okay.
you know, I
think
want to
its range
get
is pretty
adjacent
far
to you.
anyway. Okay.
What do you wish to do? That hits as you do kind of like a link dive off the platform with your
Yeah.
sword downward and strike it right through this horse horror and reduce it to a puddle of flesh.
Okay, hit this horse horror now.
Okay. Give me an attack roll. Does that hit? That unfortunately does not hit. That hits though. You eviscerate this one as well, reducing it to detritus. It's nothing. It's gone.
Hold on. I gotta think here. What if he absorbs the flesh back? Oh no.
It doesn't look like he can. You've seen other people kill these things, and it doesn't look like he reabsorbs the flesh.
Okay. So I just get my shield up to help Goff or Joff.
Ah, shit. I think I accidentally moved the guy off of the turn order. I did.
Goff.
Okay.
Joffrey.
Alright. That's your turn?
Yeah.
That brings us to Captain Blackrook.
Oh, sorry. Before are we taking them alive?
No.
Fuck no.
Okay.
The enemies? No.
Yeah. No. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Captain Blackrook, seeing this Gatling gun before him, grits his teeth, and he is going to make 3 strikes at it. Let me see what else he's going to do. Yeah, he's going to do 3 strikes at it. That is a natural 19, 2 natural 19s, and the last one was a 17 to hit. I don't think that hits, right? No, it does.
It's a 10. Like,
Oh, okay.
They all
it's very easy to hit. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. So he's going to get all 3 of his attacks off on it, doing
That's
a
fine.
total.
You can destroy it. That's cool.
I mean, yeah, he's got no choice at this point.
I mean, that would have been a nasty
As long
thing
as he
to have
didn't
on the
use it on
battlefield.
us, that's all I care about.
So that's going to be a total of 31 points of slashing damage.
Okay. I will subtract that. Oh, did I just move it?
Yeah,
Yeah, you shifted it to the last one square.
that's
Okay.
fine.
There we go.
The Arcadian guards, the remaining 2 over here, are going to fire at Mido. That is not. Neither of those are going to hit you. So the bullets go wide as you you duck, and they just sort of whiz over your head.
Good.
That brings us to Gimble's turn. Gimble looks up from his completed work on the siphon in horror as he sees Anna fall, and he pulls his goggles off of his head, the tears already welling up in his eyes. He staggers toward Victor, who doesn't even seem to notice him. He gets within range. You realize now that the wall of force is no longer there.
It was
Oh.
Gimbals.
Great.
He kneels beside Anna's body and cradles her head in his arms, and then, with all of his gnomish strength, he begins trying to pull her body away from the battle. That's
Can I do like a free action to like speak to him? Is that possible?
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm going to look back to him and I'm going to say, "We can bring her back. Keep her safe."
He nods and he keeps walking with her arm slung over his shoulder. Goff.
I know this is a lot less impactful because it wasn't right after it happened, but I know it's hard to keep track of it happening all simultaneously. After Goff has one of those moments where everything kind of goes silent for a minute in slow motion, watching that happen, and he just like a breath escapes him, and he looks up and against his will, in a weird way, it's hard to explain, like against his better wishes, the crag breaker in him is here, and he is like if it was possible, his eye would be just bright.
Just fucking
he
goes full
he
interleaf.
just goes
Goff rage.
and he just stops paying attention to the shit around him, and I mean, guess how high up is this thing here? This little.
It's about a 10-foot lip.
Okay, so.
This is another 5-foot lip.
Oh, whoops! No. This is a 5-foot lip here.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm gonna use dash.
Okay. As you're
And I'm
moving
gonna-
out of
yeah.
range, the Flesh Titan and Horsear are both going to attack
That's
you.
fine. So hold on. So 30, and then can I get up to Victor?
Hold on. The fist, the Flesh Titan does not hit you, and the Direwolf hits you for
Dire-
another.
It's a horse.
Direwolf. I'm sorry,
Horsear.
Horsear. I'm looking at the Direwolf stats because that's what it is. Hits you for 9 points of piercing damage.
Cool. Okay.
So
Alright,
with a dash, I'd say you can get up to him.
I'm gonna run up the stairs and do I have to like go around Blackrook or?
You'd either have to go past him or around him. Yeah.
Can I go like? Okay, I'm gonna I guess get up to here. Is that possible?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna run, and also for all I'm gonna be able to do is dash because of my shitty movement speed. And
Yours is shitty.
well, that's fair.
Mine's 25.
You have teleport stuff. I don't have
Yeah.
that.
I
You
just,
can
I just got these
Dimension
short
Door-
little legs.
You have Dimension Door that can cross like most of these battlefields like multiple times over.
Yeah.
And oh wait a minute. There's a spell. Where is it? I'm sorry, I have so many spells and I'm bad at managing them.
Mhm.
Sorry, my plan changed when Anna got shot, so I'm trying to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and use Grasping Vine to restrain Victor.
Okay. All
Right.
right. So that
he has to succeed on a Dex save, and I think my save now is 17. Yeah.
Dex save. Okay. DC 17. Okay. That is a failure, but he is going to use one of his newfound legendary resistances
Oh
to
my
succeed.
god.
What
He's
a
just a
jerk.
man.
Yeah, but you see that the wisps of magical energy from the siphon are funneling into the tip of the head on his cane.
Okay. Well, I'm in his face now.
Okay. Roscoe, at the top of the round, the wailing from the portal increases in intensity. And you see a number of black tendrils beginning to sprout out of the ground all around the ruins. I need everyone, including the enemies, are actually going to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Everyone?
Everybody.
Okay.
It's like coming out of the walls, basically.
Oh my god, man. I got a 19.
Dex?
Yep.
Dex.
Okay, so it looks Roscoe succeeds,
Ah!
Victor succeeds, Blackrook fails, the Arcadian guards both fail, the Flesh Titan fails.
and the horse horror
The Horse Horror succeeds.
and the flesh weaver
Thank you. Fails.
and the dick.
Oh my god, Mel.
Fails.
Gimbal succeeds. The Gatling gun. I need the Gatling gun.
even-
I don't.
Gatling-
Is there?
I literally
wouldn't it just
don't-
automatically fail? It's just an object.
I think it probably just I don't even think that's in the rules, so I would just say it fails.
Okay.
It says that, I mean, it doesn't. Oh, it has a dex of 6, so it has a -2. So, well, no, I guess I'll roll that real quick. Oh, it's a 3. It fails.
Okay. So everybody that failed takes 14 points of cold damage. Everybody else
Okay.
takes half of that.
Wait.
Not
this is-
So
Ellen and
7 or
Roscoe.
14.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Ellen and
Did you-
Roscoe both take nothing.
Hurry, did you
Did I-
succeed or fail?
I succeeded.
Did I succeed or
fine.
fail?
You, Sissel, failed.
Okay. So I take how many?
The DC was 14.
Okay.
Yay! How much damage should we take then?
7.
If- Oh, yeah.
How much damage do you take if we fail?
You
14.
take 14.
Okay.
The two guards, having failed, both are grasped
Oh.
by these tentacles and pulled into the abyss.
Jesus
Rest in
Christ.
peace.
Rest and rip and piss.
I think I got everybody.
Is this what
Try
you
being on
bargained
the
for,
right side.
Victor?
He just looks at you smugly.
Try being on the right side of history, you fuck.
Okay. Sissel.
Okay. I'm not
Actually, Roscoe has to go.
Oh,
Roscoe.
yeah, Roscoe.
I'm sorry. Roscoe rushes up to this horse horror. He's gonna make one strike at it, eviscerating it instantly. And he rushes up to the flesh titan. He just barrels through this thing essentially and turns it into paste, and then rushes up to the flesh titan and he's gonna make a flurry of paws.
Good
Oh,
boy.
3 additional attacks.
Good boy.
All 3 of those hit for a total of 27 points of damage, and
Good
the
boy.
flesh titan once more shrinks and spawns additional horsars, which I need to put on the field.
Did the spell point thing happen again at the top of the round, or
No,
was it just the first
No,
time?
it was just the first time.
Okay.
It seems to be random. That brings us to Sissel.
Okay. I know I ask this every time, but is using the brooch an action or bonus action?
That is an action.
Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna have fun with this.
Oh no, it's a bonus action, isn't it, for the crows?
It doesn't say.
Probably.
I need to
I thought
write it down.
I thought I put it as a bonus action.
It just says. Yeah, once per long rest. Oh, as a bonus action. It does say a bonus action.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
dumb.
yeah. I thought I put that in
I'm
there.
dumb and I can't read. Yeah, it is a bonus action. Alright. Okay. Sissel flies into full view. She's smiling, but it doesn't reach her eyes. It just looks more like a grimace, like she's baring her teeth, and she just says, "Hi, Victor. That was our friend." And as a bonus action, I'm gonna summon a swarm of necrotic crows.
Okay.
Yeah.
The crows burst out from your brooch and swarm around Victor and begin pecking at him, and he starts trying to wave them away with his cane. Does that do the damage on
It says
when you summon them as well?
It says every turn.
Okay, so roll the damage.
Alright, so. So that's 9 necrotic damage and disadvantage to wisdom saving throws.
Okay,
And for action,
still have your action.
she is going to raise. I'm going to raise my hand, and just beads of acid start to form on her fingers, and she is going to just look him dead in the eyes and throw a 5th level chromatic acid orb.
Nice.
Chromatic orb. Holy shit. Okay, roll an attack.
Fuck him up.
Yeah, so. Okay, gotta re-roll that. Extra point. That's 24.
That's a 24 to hit. Victor is going to. Let me see. Can he do anything with this? No. No, he can't. Fuck, it's too high. Yep. Okay, that hits.
Nice. Nice.
You can't escape fucking everything.
Not today, fucko!
Okay, so let me use roll 20 to roll this because it's a lot. It's 8 plus charisma modifiers. 5. That's fun.
Holy shit.
Boy, howdy.
Can you use the sorcerer?
Yeah,
point
do you
for
get
that
to
one?
well, if you want.
I mean,
It's just-
It's
pretty,
1-1.
It's pretty decent.
Yeah.
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 I'll
As
save
the
that for your stronger stuff.
as the acid strikes Victor in the chest and begins burning through his very well-tailored suit, he
Fuck his suit.
grimaces and glares at you as he's still swatting away a lot of the crows.
Fuck the
Caca, motherfucker.
ketchup kid. Fuck their sunglasses.
Is there anything else you wish to do?
Nah, she's just gonna. Actually, she's gonna move a little bit away from the horse horn.
Did you just say caca, motherfucker?
I did say caca, motherfuckers.
I've
What?
had enough. I've had enough home stuff for today. Please.
Alright, yeah. Ending turn.
Okay. That brings us to the Flesh Titan, who is going to. Okay, so it looks down toward Mito and it's going to make 2 swings at you with its fists and then a bite attack. So the fists is a 27 to hit, another 27 to hit. I rolled 2 natural 19s.
Oh, yeah.
So because it's smaller in size now, it's actually doing less damage. Wow, that's a low roll. So the first hit was 9 points of bludgeoning damage. The second hit was 15 points of bludgeoning damage. The bite attack is a 12 to hit, so that does not hit you. So you thrust your shield up and block its mouth as it goes in for a bite attack. That brings us to
How much
At
damage
the-
did I take from all of those attacks?
a 15 and a 9, so that's a total of 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that's not good. Look at my HP
At
bar,
the
y'all.
end of the Flesh Titan's turn, no, he's not really in a position to do it. Okay. Actually, let me just take a look at something. I'm looking at the wrong spell list. He looks up toward you, Sissel, and he's going to spend 2 of his legendary actions to cast a spell on you.
Haha! Can I counterspell that?
You can roll for it though,
Alright.
because it's higher than 3rd level.
Okay. Do I add anything to that, or?
You add
Charisma.
your crit bonus.
Okay. 19.
Fuck. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah!
Cecil,
As-
fuck him up.
He glares at you and he thinks for a moment and then he smiles. And that's it. Ellen.
Ellen is going to transfer her insightful fighting to Vic.
Okay.
Actually, no, she doesn't need to because Goff is there behind her and he raises everything.
Okay.
So Ellen,
He can't contest it. He can't do it.
Ellen is going
Everyone's
to
got a
like,
weakness.
Shit.
she's just like, she sees that happen and like she is fuming. Like the magic in her cape is spent for now, but like it's billowing as it like she's trying to will it into wings so hard that it's just like billowing dramatically behind her as she pulls out her bow, draws her string, and
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Son of a bitch.
Best rogue I'll ever know.
okay.
Hold on. Let's see if I can do anything about that.
You come on, man. You can't do something about everything.
I can't. Okay, go on.
Okay, so that is 2d6. So that's a 2 plus 4 plus 6. 2 plus 4 plus 6 is 4. That's for the arrow.
I swear you have a loaded dice.
That means you roll 12d6, right, for this move?
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Holy
Oh,
fuck.
baby,
Oh my
baby.
God.
I think this is gonna be over before it began. Shit, I never got to do anything. God damn.
What do you mean you didn't get to do anything? You shot Anna!
39.
What? How much?
39.
39 total?
Yes. For
that
the
inc-
12d6.
Okay, and what was the other attack?
The
bow, the short bow.
The bow was I
12?
think that was a 2 plus 4 plus 6.
Well, you
12
double
total.
your dice.
Yeah.
Victor-
That was 2d6. I would roll the 2 and the 4, and then there's a
Okay.
plus 6 to
Yeah.
the damage. 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 30. Oh god, what did I just say?
39.
So
It's
39 plus
12
12
plus
is
39.
51? 51.
51 total. Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
The arrow strikes Victor and just barely grazes
Yes.
his face and knocks his glasses off.
It grazes his face doing 51 damage?
Yeah, it was real bad. It actually
How's it
like,
graze
shot
do
his ear
51
off.
damage? Oh, his ear. Well, I mean...
He holds his ear up as the blood trickles down his face. His glasses get knocked off his face and clatter to the ground with a shatter. He is looking real rough.
Hi, bitch.
That brings us to the Flesh Weaver's turn.
Oh, it's gonna heal him.
You see a puddle of flesh zooming in and rushing toward Victor, and it crashes into him like a wave. Flesh Weaver
Ew.
disappears.
Does it
And
grow like a weird
That's
fucked
really
up void ear
gross,
for it?
dude.
yeah, it grows a weird fucked up ear.
Ugh.
So gross.
That's going to be its turn. That brings us to Victor. He's going to use his bonus action
To warp away like a bitch.
to Misty Step up to the top.
Yep.
Can I counter
We don't have
it?
any... Oh.
Misty
That's-
Step's level 2, right?
Yeah, so it automatically
I just want to counter. I just like don't think you're getting away, bastard.
He uses his reaction to counterspell you. And then he pops up
I
here.
hate this.
And that's his bonus action. And then for his full action, you see the
How can he counterspell me if he's casting the spell?
because
That's
he
a
has a free
reaction.
hand. Yeah, it's a reaction, so he has a free hand.
How can you
Cast
react
the-
on your own turn?
You can. That's
Yeah.
allowed. Yeah. You don't have to do that.
Man. Okay,
Um,
that's fine.
So he warps up there, and you see as the strands of terrible wisps of light are from the siphon are feeding into his cane. He looks at it for a moment. He says, "Well, that's new." And he grins and he extends the end of his cane toward all of you as he summons a spell barrage.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Just like Super Smash Bros.
wait.
Yeah, this is just like Super Smash Brothers. Who's Kirby?
Me!
No, it's Roscoe. We all know it.
He holds his
You
cane
know it.
down toward you. The first attack is going to be at Hiraeth as he launches a firebolt at you.
Okay.
That is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, I assume that hits.
Yeah. So that is going to be 12 points of fire damage to you.
Okay.
His cane glows a little more, and 3 streaks of fire fly out of it as scorching rays hit
I kept
Goth,
concentration, by the way.
Goth, Hiraeth, and what's the range on that? I think that might actually. Hold on, let me look at scorching ray range.
Captain Blackroot.
Scorching ray is
Or
120
Blackroot.
feet. 120 feet, so it's going to hit Goth, Sissel, and Hiraeth.
Is it like an automatic hit or is it a roll to hit?
It's
Because-
I have to roll to hit.
Yeah, any disadvantage.
So you're
on this one,
displacing.
Yeah.
So on Goth, that's a 22 to hit. That's a natural 20 in Hiraeth.
Oh boy.
And for Sissel, that is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just roll the damage on that. Goth, you suffer 5 points of fire damage. Hiraeth, you suffer 15 points of fire damage.
I'm gonna use
Sissel,
dampen
you take
elements on
2
her.
points.
I'm gonna use
15
dampen
was
elements.
crit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna use dampen elements on her race, seeing that
Okay.
she's gonna. So she.
So that's an 8,
takes-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the head of his cane continues to glow. This time it shifts from a red into a cold blue, and for his final attack of his spell barrage,
A
Yeah.
fucking cone of cold.
yeah, I need everyone to make
I knew that he
Constitution
was gonna
saving
do
throws.
that. Son of
That
a
includes
bitch.
Black Rook and Gimbal.
Constitution saving.
How far down?
It's a 60-foot cone, so basically
not
you're
outing.
fine, but everybody else, well, Mito is just out of range.
It's like a light breeze to me.
Yeah, but everybody else has. to
Oh, I
do it.
rolled a natural 1. That's not good.
Well, I
you
shouldn't have used
freeze-
dampen elements. That was a mistake.
You didn't know.
You get rooted by an ice mage.
Roscoe,
Frost mage.
Roscoe. Oof.
Do you
Good
not
for
have a
Roscoe.
con bonus? I guess it doesn't matter for this, but
It's not gonna
Sissel
matter.
got a 20, Goff got a 20, Wraith got a 1, Gimbal got a 6, Captain Blackrook got a 2, so he failed.
he actually is hitting Blackroot. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have spell sculpting, so he's going to hit everybody. The 2 Horsehars immediately. The Flesh Titan succeeds. So for the DC, so everybody except Gimbal,
Hiraeth.
Blackrook, and Hiraeth succeeded.
What about the gun?
The
The
gun?
gun is gonna automatically fail.
Yeah, the gun automatically
I mean,
fails.
I think its Constitution is 10. I mean, I'll roll for it,
It's like
but
Yeah, you can roll.
14, so that's
Yeah,
probably
it
fail.
fails. That's a
Yeah.
fail. Okay, so everybody who failed, you take 33 points of cold damage.
Jesus.
I think the gun is dead.
Yeah, the gun's
Yep,
dead.
yep, gun's dead.
Gun's
Gun
dead.
dies.
Gimbal's looking pretty bad right now. Captain Blackrook still looks healthy. Everybody else takes 16 points of cold damage.
Oh, what do I have to roll for cons? Oh, my con is gone anyway because the thing broke.
Yeah, the gun's gone. It crashes to the ground in a heap of metal. That is going to be Victor's turn as he readies for your next attack. Hiraeth.
Can I do a free action to talk to Gimbal real quick?
Yeah.
Gimbal, what can we do about it? I'm going to like kind of point towards the siphon with my sword.
I don't know. It's too late to shut it off.
What happens if we destroy it?
I don't know.
Explosion, remember?
To like,
Who-
it's gonna
who
like level
told
the
us?
city, right?
You don't know. You just know that from the message you
recording.
received that it's possible that there could be a magical explosion of
recording
cataclysmic
implied-
proportions.
Some nuke action.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
possible, they don't know.
For my bonus action, I'm going to play So that's within a 30-yard radius.
How did they turn it off before?
They conducted a ritual using all 3 keys, but the only
So
2 people who know the ritual now are dead.
me, Goff, and Sissel, I'm going to go ahead and play the attack song so you get +1 to hit. I'm going to zoom up right into his face, and I'm
He's
going
up
to...
on top of the
Oh, on
siphon.
top of...
He's like 30 feet up.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to throw the Javelin of Lightning at him.
Ooh, okay. So he's gonna make a dex save. What's the d save?
No, the javelin. If he's
Oh,
the
right,
target,
right. It's just a straight up
she
attack. Yep.
gets
So I have a +10. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Fuck.
Oh boy! Does
Yes,
that double the
yes.
lightning damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is. He does have to do a DC 13 Dexterity saving. throw?
No,
Wait,
that-
No,
no,
that's-
you're right.
he's-
Okay.
yeah.
He just takes the
so
damage.
1d6
So he gets hit.
piercing. Do I double the dice or do I roll 2 dice?
Double the dice.
Oh,
Okay, so that's just a 4. I only rolled a 2 for the actual
Okay.
javelin damage, but that's a and
Plus your dex.
I roll 8 lightning, right? If it's supposed to be 4 normally.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just roll those.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking fry this dude.
The javelin turns into a bolt of lightning in midair and strikes Victor straight in the shoulder. Before it reforms back into a metal object, and he grunts as a bit of blood starts trickling down his face, and he pulls the javelin out and throws it to the side, and it clashes to the ground.
Okay. That's my action, my bonus action, so I'm good.
All right. At the end of his turn, he's going to use his last legendary action to fire a cantrip at you. He's going to use another firebolt. This time it is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
No. So that is 14 points of fire damage to you.
Okay.
Looks like a cantrip.
That's going to be Mito's turn now.
Mito-anya.
Mito.
Well, I would love to kill Mr.
He's not.
Warren,
he's too far
but
away.
he's too far away. So I'm just gonna stick with my very good
Well-
dog friend Roscoe.
I mean, Scorching Rays, if you could do that again, if you want to. You have spells that could probably reach him if you got close enough.
I sure can, but there's also a flesh titan here.
Right. I was
It's just here,
suggesting. Yeah.
being
I mean, it is still a
gross.
problem.
Yeah, it's a gross boy.
I'm gonna hit it
Slash
with
it
my
up.
sword, Heaven's
Your
sword.
S words.
Did
Your heavens
Man.
were-
Sissel take the invulnerability potion?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
That
No,
does
I
not hit.
really just.
I took the what's it called potion
Yeah, so
earlier,
you have-
and I
you have
forgot
a-
about
You
it.
have an extra +1 all your
Yeah, it
attacks.
still doesn't hit, sorry.
I know. I gotta change that in
You
here.
still got
so
2 more
it-
attacks.
Yeah, be sure to add that +1 damage.
That
if
hits.
Oh.
It's got a load. You can roll your 2d6 fire.
My D69's in the history.
Thanks. Still got 1 more attack. That hits.
Boom.
Oh shit! I forgot to do my bonus action thingy.
If
Your
you want to, you can
cantrip.
do it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to do
Roll
that.
3d. Whatever cantrip you're going to use.
I'm gonna use firebolt.
Okay, so roll an additional 3d10.
All reliable. All reliable fireball.
Is 3d10?
Yeah, at your level, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Level 12, I think level 11 it upgraded to 3d10. Maybe it was level 12, I can't remember which one it is. Whoa! Oh, it's
Holy
like 2
moly.
tens in a one.
I
That's,
get-
I mean,
I don't get to reroll that one because it's not a spell.
No. Well,
It is a spell, but
it's just being used in
also-
a-
it
an
is a
Eldritch
spell.
Knight
I'd say you
attack.
can reroll it if you want.
Wait, is the thing that Mito does with a spell, the attack, is that a homebrew thing with the item, or is it a
It's a
Eldritch
homebrew thing with the item.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yeah.
Oh
shit!
my god!
What?
The Flesh Titan shrinks some more.
Straight 30, baby.
Little boy now. But obviously more of these
Damn.
gross boys spawn around him.
Triple crit.
Um,
that's
Hold on. Hold on. I have a
Yeah.
plan.
I mean, you're okay.
and Mito dabs.
Not a die.
Hold on. 5 feet wide.
What are you doing?
Thinking.
Oh,
Didn't you?
Let's see.
Oh.
If I use my
Oh. Yeah.
action surge.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, you still got
that.
Oh, you still have it.
Century.
oh
So,
Lord, he
If
comes.
I back away from this force sword, am I gonna?
You will
get a-
provoke an opportunity attack.
Okay, I'm gonna risk it.
Okay.
Hit me!
It's
Hit me!
gonna
Hit me!
Or don't.
Hit me!
It's gonna with. Actually, you had 2 adjacent to you, so both of them are gonna hit you. With pack tactics, so they're gonna get advantage. The first one doesn't hit you. The second one does. You take 10 points of piercing damage.
I think we should get pack tactics because we're a family. Try this.
Eva has pack tactics.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't she
But
actually? is that
nobody
actually a
ever
thing?
fights with her! She's the only melee!
We haven't gotten to play those characters. We would glad.
Weren't they
Okay,
coming?
Deep Chris
use my
would.
other
If
action.
Bode ever got in the shit with her, then she'd have.
Yeah,
Advantage.
Bode's a good boy.
I'm gonna use
Okay.
my action
All right.
to cast hold on. Agonizar Scorcher
Oh shit.
What?
at these two
I don't know
here.
what that is.
It's
Okay.
a
They have
line
to do a
of
dex save,
roaring
right?
30 feet long, so I'm angling it like this.
Yeah. So you're hitting.
So-
Which one's you hitting?
Well, it's 5 feet long or wide, so,
Yeah, so-
And
only
30
hit.
feet long.
it can only hit one. Oh shit!
No, I'm just asking like which one are you?
If it traveled through this way, would it hit them on the diagonal?
Yeah.
Okay,
So could
that's
it
what
hit
I'm
3
doing there.
if you did it that way?
No, I'd say it could hit like 2 things. That would probably hit the Flesh Titan and one other.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. This one then.
Which
The
one?
To its right.
Okay. Flesh Titan needs to make a dex save. Fails. They both fail. So this flesh giant or flesh horror, horse horror is immediately incinerated. It takes another 14 points of damage. It's looking pretty rough at this point. Unfortunately, another horse horror
It's
wants
fine.
all the damage you
We've
did.
wrangled these cowpokes before.
Okay, and I get ready to. Big
I like how the Gatling has an X over it. It's just
It's
funny.
dead.
Dead.
Dead. Okay, and that's my big turn.
Okay.
That was a
It's
big good turn.
It is Captain
Very strong
Blackrook's turn. He is going to make 3 attacks at Goff as he moves in. Knowing that you are the source of healing for your party, he is going to make 3 attacks at you. With the first attack, he is going to attempt a trip attack on you. So that is a natural 19.
Does it automatically work? Do I have to like roll a save or something?
No, you have to roll a strength save.
18.
That is just enough.
Oof.
That is just what you needed. So you stay upright. Nonetheless, you do take from that strike because he used one of his superiority dice. I gotta add that to the damage roll. Oh, that was low. Actually, I used the wrong dice. Hold on. Still low. So that attack was a total of 12 points of slashing damage with his longsword. On his second attack, he is.
Can he do something else? I thought you can only do one thing at a time.
He's got a multi-attack.
Yeah, but like, is he just attacking normally? Is he doing another fucking superiority thing?
I think he can only use 1 per turn.
Right.
So he's going to attack normally with the other 2 attacks. That is a 2 24s to hit.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's an additional 20 points of slashing damage to you, and then he is going to use his action surge and attack you 3 more times.
I'm gonna use Stone's Endurance on that last. Like I don't know,
Okay.
whatever damage. I'm just gonna use it.
Okay.
So that's. Fuck. D12. Come on. 11 negated. So.
Okay.
So I took It was 20,
Yes.
so
So it's 9.
So it's 9. And then he's going to use his action surge on you and attack 3 more times. That is a natural 19. That is a 23 to hit.
Does he
and
ever
that is a
fucking miss?
24 to hit. I was rolling.
Jesus. God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna go down before I can do anything. This is awful. I've not been able to do a single fucking thing this whole fucking fight. I know it's not anyone's fault. It's just frustrating. Okay.
That is a total of 26 points of slashing damage.
All 3 were only 26.
I rolled a 4, a 4, and a 3 on the. 4, 4, 3, plus 15. Yeah, that's all you took. And then he puts his shield up toward you. That's it. The Arcadian guards are dead. That brings us to Gimbal's turn. He looks up toward Victor, still cradling Anna, shielding Anna's form with his body. Icicles at the edge of his nose beginning to melt and drip off. He glares in Victor's direction. And he holds his hand up. And you see a large purple fist materialize.
Yeah!
Ah!
Bigby's hand!
Bigby's hand.
And Bigby's hand is gonna clock Victor with a big old punch.
Nice.
Good.
So the hand is gonna strike. It gets a +8 strength modifier. Yeah. So it's gonna be. Oh yeah, natural 18. So that definitely hits.
Nice.
He's actually gonna, instead of it doing damage, he's gonna use a forceful hand.
Push him off.
Yeah. Guess check the strength. Okay, so Victor has to make a contested athletics check, which is not exactly his forte. Yeah. You see this big purple fist materialize behind Victor, and as he turns around, the blood trickling down his face, it whacks him right in the back, and he crashes off of the
How high up was it?
siphon. He's about 30 feet up, so he's going to take some damage from that fall.
Is he prone?
He is prone. So he takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall.
Did the fist do damage as well, or was it just
No, because it was just a forceful hand. It
Yeah.
wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a. Yeah. And he just glares at Victor with absolute hatred. Goff.
After getting skewered, turning into fucking kebab by this guy, I just glare at him.
Wait, what
And I
does
look-
Sanctuary do again? Sorry, and
Oh,
Shit.
yeah.
You gotta tell me these things, man. 'cause
I'm
not-
sorry, no, I forgot because I haven't been attacking. I still haven't gotten used to. So
Yeah.
for
Okay,
all this,
so
he did 6 attacks against me, right?
he
So
did 6 attacks. I have to roll a wisdom save for each of those? Or just for one of them?
let me bring up the spell again because there's some.
think-
There's like
sorry, I
two-
just
I
saw
think
the
you have to
icon.
win.
on-
I'm
I think
sorry,
you
but
have
I'm
to
gonna.
win save
but that's-
until.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say because we all forgot about it that it's not gonna be apply this round.
Oh,
It's just
Yeah.
too much. It's just too much to go back and retcon.
yeah, but it was a lot of damage.
I know it is a lot of damage, but
It benefits you, but
y'all
not
have the
me.
energy economy at this point, so I'm not really too concerned about it.
Sorry, I just read I
No,
saw the
I know. I
icon on
forgot. I
Goff.
keep forgetting about it. It's just.
Please remember in the future, because I'm not gonna
I
remember.
mean, anyone that could help me remember would help because
I literally never remembered you using that.
I literally.
I've used the sanctuary passive before, and like I think I used it when we were fighting the Black Soul.
Oh, a
but-
passive. I thought you had to cast.
No,
it.
it's part of my true mark that I got. So
Oh.
as long as I don't perform a harmful action towards anything during my turn, I automatically gain the effect of sanctuary for that round until I do something hostile. Anyway, so a lot of stuff that's happened to me should have been negated, but whatever. I'm gonna look at the 2 shit men that I hate around me, but then I'm gonna look out to everyone else, and I'm gonna having a moment of clarity. Goff is, because he's not lost, he's just really pissed. He's gonna look at the staff, this newly acquainted staff, and he's going to see what you can do, and he's going to crack the base of it on the ground and do a mass cure wounds.
Okay.
on everyone, including Gimbal.
Victor is gonna try to counter.
It's
Oh,
a
he
stab.
can't. He can't. He can't. You're right.
Fuck
Shit.
you, bitch! Not you, Victor. That was exactly why I was using the staff, because I knew that he was gonna do that shit. I'm sick of intelligent enemies trying to fuck me over. So okay. 21 HP. Damage.
21.
Everyone that's not a shithead. So Gimbal included.
Yay.
Even though I'm still mad at him, but
21.
21 HP.
That's
Oh wait,
pretty good.
yeah, 21. So everyone heal 21.
Okay.
Make sure to heal Roscoe. Make sure
I did.
Rhino's heal. Make sure. Is Lauren here?
Yeah. I think that's
I just
everybody.
did it.
Okay, I always have to remind you specifically because whenever I say it to the group, you don't do it. So I have to tell you.
Remind
Okay,
me about what?
What are you doing next?
Shut up.
Would Mask Your Wounds reach me? I don't think so.
Don't think
You
so.
don't really
no.
need
You
it,
don't
though.
need it. You've
You're
got
I know.
really in bad standing.
You've lost 7 points.
I
So
know.
I used-
I'm just making sure because
No, I
in
know,
the
if it-
future I might be down by 7 points,
Well, I
and
mean,
it might be the difference
let's
between life
hold
and.
on. Let's see. It's a 30-foot.
Yeah. Okay. No. It probably.
No, it would miss someone. So you're. I'm
would
sorry.
miss
Yeah, I'm okay to be missed.
Okay, so that was my action, and bonus action. Sucks. I don't like this black road guy because he's gonna fuck me up next time he goes on a turn. I don't really
He
have
has to
anything.
use Sanctuary. He has to deal with it.
Oh, true. I haven't attacked.
You could stick a healing spirit on yourself. Wait, is that a bonus action?
It is a bonus action.
Yeah, metagaming pigeon. Get out of here.
It's too
Oh,
late, I
sorry.
already heard it. It's too late. I already heard it.
You thought about it.
It's a good idea. I'm gonna summon it because it's within the restriction, and yeah. So who's looking the worst? Me.
Yeah.
I normally Goff prioritizes his friends, but
I'm not gonna bother putting an icon down just because it's
That's
pain in the ass
fine.
to put icons
I'll
down.
just say where it is each turn. Doesn't really. It's fine.
Yeah, just pick that.
So I'm gonna summon the healing spirit next to me, my little round buddy, and that I haven't used that spell in a while. It's so I just
Eos
rolled.
flits next to you.
Yeah,
Aeons.
I imagine we're just a little round fluff ball or something.
Okay, yeah, it could be like a little round fluff friend.
A little animal, a little floating squirrel or
A
something. I
big
don't know.
fat fluffy squirrel.
Yeah.
Hem round.
When I think I just for the first cast, like it does do a heal, right?
Yeah.
And then every time someone starts a turn or enters it in their turn, it heals.
Yes, correct.
So I'm gonna put it on myself or next to myself, add just whatever, and get 2 HP back.
Don't you add your modifier?
I don't think so. That'd be really strong.
Yeah, it would.
It's just 1d6. It's no. There's no.
Okay.
So, plus 2 and minus spell point. Okay. All right. There's no way to move away without him provoking an attack. Plus, he'll just chase me. And he's a shit man with a gross haircut, and he needs to get a stylist like Crom Slore. I'm done, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, it's Goff a bard because that was some.
You see
That's
around
so.
at the top of the round. You see around the outskirts of the entire room on the upper balcony. The cultists and remaining guards are falling left and right as the B team carves through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rock
You hear-
concert. Sorry.
You see Deep Chris up standing on one of the ledges of one of the balconies, just strumming away as both Jack and Leto are taking turns taking pot shots. Kiva is carving a bloody swath through people, and
Yay.
Walden is doing his best without his
With what he
satchel
has.
and bow.
He's just throwing he's pulling gems off that helmet.
He's just
seeing
pulling
what
gems off the
happens.
helmet of brilliance and chucking them. Pashiri is occasionally casting little bolts of fire. Marion is keeping them all healed up sufficiently.
It would
Uh,
probably be ice.
Roscoe. Oh, okay. Ice. Roscoe is going to do a flurry of paws at this Flesh Titan. Ugh, that was off the table.
Do it.
Do it. Those all hit. Good boy. Good boy.
Yeah.
Fuck. That went off the table again. So that's wow, 43 points of damage. Oh shit. This thing's looking pretty rough. More unfortunately from that.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That brings us to Sissel.
Okay.
This is so gross.
Hey, are my crows still up?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be another 2d6.
Oh fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He's looking real bad, by the way.
That's 5 damage, necrotic.
5 damage. Okay.
Okay, gonna use my bonus action to drink that potion of invulnerability.
Ooh, okay.
So, going to represent that with a fun icon. And
Oh, I used the same one for my moves, but
hey,
I'll change
twinsies.
mine.
No, it's
Or
okay.
it won't
You
matter.
don't
It's
have
fine. We'll
to
remember.
change.
No, it's fine. We'll remember what they are.
Um,
Twinsies.
Alright. Well. I think I'm gonna, yeah, gonna chromatic orb Victor again.
Oh, okay.
5th level. Yep, 5th level.
Okay.
Is he on the ground?
He's
Yes.
prone, so it's going to be with a disadvantage.
Oh,
Well,
still have a chance to. Oh, well.
okay. Can I use another sorcerer point to reroll that?
You may.
Yay.
We're still going to have to take the lowest of the 2 rolls you want to keep.
Okay, so I re-roll both those. Re-roll both rolls.
What were the first 2 rolls that you got?
The first 2 rolls were a 7 and an 8, plus 10, but well, actually plus 11 because assuming Hirai still has that song up.
Yeah, it was.
So I would
Yeah.
say re-rolling you replace the 7.
Okay, well, it's still like I rolled a 15, so that would still be a 19 to hit.
19 to hit. As your chromatic orb sails toward Victor, he pulls himself up to his knees, and he sees it coming toward him, and instinctively he throws up a shield, deflecting it at the last.
I've seen that before. Okay. That's fine.
He looks very, very rough. Anything else you wish to do?
Nope, I'm gonna sit tight.
Okay.
And just stare him down. Still
Uh,
burning.
The Flesh Titan's turn.
What a mess that is down there.
It really is a fucking mess. It is going to make 3 more attacks. This time at Roscoe, because Roscoe was the one who just hit it, and it's not very smart.
Honestly, the best people to handle this situation are exactly the 2 people in that crowd because they have attacks.
So the bite hits, the other 2 do not, but because it's so small right now,
Little guy.
it only does 7 points of piercing damage, and it can't swallow Roscoe because it's too small now.
It's too little guy.
Fucking
The
idiot.
horse horrors are just gonna swarm all of you.
Boy.
So I'm gonna say 3 are gonna attack Roscoe with advantage. 2 are gonna attack Maito. So Roscoe. Wow. Okay, so 2 of those hit Roscoe, and none of those hit Maito.
I put my shield up.
So it's just gonna be a straight
because-
roll for Roscoe, which means that neither of those 2 that
So
hit him.
none of the attacks hit anyone?
So none of them hit anyone.
Wow, nice.
Nice.
At the end of the Flesh Titan's turn, Victor, you see him struggling, and he looks up. Blood is trickling down the side of his head, and he's going to use. He says, "I'm not done yet," and he's going to use 2 of his legendary actions to cast a spell.
Okay.
Can I counterspell it?
You may, but you need to roll for it.
Okay. Natural 20.
What?
Yeah.
As swirling
Holy.
as swirling wisps of multicolored energy begin
No!
to coalesce at the edge of Victor's staff as he begins to summon a prismatic spray, it just poofs in a
Parade
shadow.
MVP every fucking
bless
time.
you, that
I'm
would have
just
been
like-
so bad.
I'm just going to spit like a glob of blood onto the floor.
Victor just looks at the edge of his staff and his face falls and he nods. And he just looks away. Ellen,
I think you are done, sir. Would she have even heard that?
You're very far away. I don't think
I
you.
am very far away.
You're still way the hell down there.
Yeah. Anyway, I need to transfer my insightful fighting over to Vic. Do you want to roll his deception check to see if it's above
okay,
the
yeah, sure.
Oh boy.
Please roll for me. I got a natural 20. You ain't beating me.
Oh,
You
That's
got
a
a
plus
nat-
8. That's a plus 18. You ain't beating me.
holy
Holy
fuck.
shit.
a plus 18?
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
That's like his only good thing.
What a slimy man.
Okay, I'm going to hold my action until someone's beside him, and then I'm going to shoot him.
Okay. The flesh weavers are gone. That brings us to Victor's turn. He is going to stand up. He's kind of limping a little bit. He's holding his arm, and he looks toward. He's looking around desperately. He says, "Okay, all right. Let's try this." And he holds his cane out toward Goff.
Counterspell?
He has to make a. You may if you wish, but he has to first also make a wisdom save to see if he can even hit Goff.
Oh, he has disadvantage
Oh,
on
yeah,
this too.
true.
Sanctuary.
He has disadvantage on wisdom saves because of Sissel. Trolls.
Sanctuary. What is Victor's wisdom modifier? It's not bad.
But also disadvantage.
Right. So the first. Yeah, I'm not gonna beat it.
Mhm.
So he either can lose the spell or retarget. So this time he's gonna. You see a sickly yellow light glowing on the end of his staff as he tries to aim at Goff, and then he can't, and he struggles, and then he moves his cane over toward Hiraeth as he
Of
begins
course
to
Gonna
cast.
does.
counterspell that one.
You may.
Yep.
Thank you.
So I gotta roll for it?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Do. Plus. That's charisma modifier, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's an 18.
Oh, fuck.
Yes!
As the disintegrate ray begins to coalesce at the end.
Oh my god.
Thank you!
Counterspell bros.
I just want to let you know how much damage that would have done. 74 damage.
Oh, I
Hiraeth
would have been absolutely
dust.
dead.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Oh my god. You would have been deader than dead too.
No, I would have been
You
like
would've been a
straight up
pile of dust.
unresurrectionable.
Oh my
unless we
God.
got like.
Victor's jaw drops a little bit, and he slouches a little bit, and he leans his weight on his staff, and a smile
he's a
forms on his
bitch.
face. A smile forms on his face, and he just runs his head through his hair to push his hair back a little bit, and he raises his head up to look at you once more. He won't fall to his knees. Hiraeth.
I'm gonna
Wait,
walk
he's-
up to
What did
him.
he say?
He won't fall to his knees. He didn't say anything.
Oh, he's just
And
not
now that
falling.
somebody is beside him,
I'm
and that's sneaky
editorializing.
time.
Well, can you hold on?
Let
I'm gonna have a
Hiraeth-
moment.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna like point the sword at his throat, and I'm going to say, "How do we stop it?"
It's too late. You can't stop the future.
You either give us more than that, or we'll bury you with it.
Do what you want.
I'm going to attack him.
All right, make an attack roll.
25.
That beats his shield too.
The second one's only a 15.
Okay. Yeah, the first one hits. You roll damage.
Only one-handed right now, so it's D8. Man. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Wraith, as you bring your sword of pure light down upon Victor, he moves his cane up to parry the blow, but the force is much too strong. Your sword cuts clean through the cane, and it clatters to the ground out of his hands, useless. The Grandmaster drops to his knees, reeling and winded, but smiling, and he closes his eyes. I did what I set out to do. I fulfilled Furin's dream. I win. He holds his hands out in a welcoming gesture and raises his chin in defiance, staring you square in the eyes. Do what you must. Wraith, how do you want to do this?
Oh my god, the music.
Man, I wasn't ready for my fucking words. I'm just, if you did this all for Furin, if you did this all for whatever you thought, Gatsby, this is not the time! If you did this all for what you thought was right, you went about it the wrong way, and I'm just going to kind of, like, spear forward and just, like, stab him through the chest with the sunblade. I'm just going to keep it there and let, like, the heat just kind of radiate through, and...
You drive the sunblade through the Grandmaster's chest. He lurches forward, coughing blood onto the ground, spattering your armor as the blade sizzles through him, piercing out the back, burning a hole in his impeccable suit. And he coughs. He looks up at you. And he grabs you by the collar and pulls you close. You can't fight the future. He smiles at you as the light leaves his eyes. He collapses to the ground with your sword still in your hand.
Yeah, I'll pull it out if I have time.
You pull the blade out.
I lose my cool sword.
Flecks of blood sizzling against the blade. Mito.
Oh yeah, that.
There sure are a lot of horse swords here.
And the flesh
Start
titan.
slicing.
Flesh titan is still there, but he's a little tiny boy.
So damn. How much did I cast a spell last, so it was 2, and that's how many spell points? That's 3, right?
Yeah.
Level 2? Okay, I just keep forgetting to take that off. I'm gonna go for the man. The flesh man.
Okay.
My
Good attack.
weapon attack.
That does not hit, unfortunately. That does hit. As you strike forward with your rapier, you pierce the underside of the creature's jaw and drive your rapier up through its head. With a groan, it crashes to the ground, dissipating into a puddle of flesh, and all the horse horrors around it follow suit.
Oh, nice.
Yay! You solved the Falc's horse horror puzzle.
And now I point my sword. Oh wait, hold on. Can I even see from down here?
Not really. It's like 15 feet up.
Fuck. Well, I do point my sword in the direction of all that commotion, and I yell, "I'm coming! Up there!" And I'm gonna run up
Okay.
these
Stairs.
Both of these stairs.
stairs.
Blackrook's turn. He looks around himself. He looks at Victor fallen and bleeding out on the floor. He looks at how everyone is surrounding him. And he drops his sword and his shield to the floor, puts his hands up. And falls to his knees.
Bitch.
Midoania runs up the stairs, sees this, and just yells, "Bitch!"
That's Mito's signature move.
Yeah.
Just yelling bitch.
So at this point, the combat is ended.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be looking up at the siphon.
Yeah, I'm gonna immediately.
I'm gonna yell after he does that. I'm gonna see Mito come out and say, "Mito, deal with him," pointing to Black Rook. And
Okay, I'm gonna climb up and hold
and,
my
like-
sword to his neck.
And I'm going to turn and run over to Anna. How much time has passed since she fell?
It's been
If it's
A
been less than a
few.
minute,
Since you
it's
look-
been less than a minute, but I will say as you are running toward Anna, a hum reverberates through the amphitheater as the siphon pulses once, then twice, then 3 times, and a terrible wail begins to escape the device. The
Is
light
it-
grows brighter. Then, with a deafening bass, a terrible energy pulses from the siphon. Bits
Goff,
of,
if you're gonna do it quickly.
I mean, I was going to, but Valk started narrating.
bits of debris nearby begin to lift off the ground, lured by its gravity. Hiraeth, you look down and see Victor's body beginning to tug toward it subtly, and then slide across the ground as the portal begins to suck everything around it in.
Can I
In
act yet?
Draconic, I start shouting, "How do we shut it down?"
Gimbal looks around. I don't know.
She said that in Draconic.
It's
Does he know Draconic?
oh no.
Yeah.
I think Cecil's trying to talk to like a security system.
Sherry's just
Probably.
like, I don't fucking know.
Dragon Siri.
So distantly. What the fuck?
Oh, okay. There is no response. The wind howls from the siphon, picks up, and begins to drag everyone closer. I
Can
need
I?
all of you to make strength saving throws as the intensity of the siphon begins to
Was there
pull
really
all
no
of you.
time to do anything? Like I couldn't.
No, as you were running across, it just started
Okay.
going haywire.
Shit.
Strength save. Well,
Strength saving throws.
do I still have the potion in effect?
You do.
Oh man, Jesus! Ugh!
Oh baby, the big 20. I rolled the 20, the big one plus the whatever.
Okay.
Plus
Oh, wait,
Still
what
got a
is
23.
Mito got a 14.
No, not 233,
Oh my
23.
God.
23. Roscoe got a 15. Gimbal. Captain Blackrook. Oh, Gimbal got a 6. Captain Blackrook also got a 6. As the energy from the portal begins to erupt, the terrible wailing filling the room, and the wisps of energy pulling at you. You see, Hiraeth, you are pulled off of your feet, and you begin getting pulled toward the portal.
Can I try to grab for her?
When can I act, man? When can I do
I will
anything?
let you know in a second.
Okay, it's freaking me
Sissel,
out.
you see this, and you have a grip on the pillar next to you. You can make a dex save in order to try to clasp Hiraeth's hand. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Captain Blackrook also begins his hands scraping across the ground as he is sucked toward the portal. Gimbal, with Anna's lifeless form still cradled in his arms, also begins getting dragged toward the portal, head over feet.
Can I not grab them? Like
You can. Give me a dex save as you try to reach out for his hands.
19.
19. You manage to grab onto Gimbal, and by extension, Anna. You are able to bolster yourself against the side of one of the ruins. Sissel, unfortunately, you do manage to grab Hiraeth's hand, but in doing so, you lose your grip on the pillar, and both of you.
Do I have an action?
Give me a moment.
Okay.
As you both begin plummeting toward the portal, you are sliding toward this bright white light, and just as you are bracing yourself for what's about to happen and looking around yourself to see if there's any way out, you stop, suspended in midair as a telekinetic force grabs you.
Huh.
You see 20 feet off, supporting herself on one of the pillars with one outstretched hand toward you, a tiefling woman with dark red skin.
Yes!
Oh!
The Black Song grits her teeth, blood trickling down her nose as she struggles against the magic of a whole realm to pull you back in, and you begin to reel yourself back in toward one of the nearby pillars.
It's her.
I knew he was gonna come back.
She's good now.
Well,
Well,
Well, we
I love
charmed
her.
the fuck out of her.
does that give me a chance to do anything?
Yes, it
Like-
gives you a chance to do something.
Okay, when I notice that we have a moment, I'm gonna cast.
No one
Revivify.
helped Captain Blackrook in screaming.
Bye.
Well,
He's
I
pulled
mean-
into the portal.
We got bigger priorities.
Zach
Oh,
Price
I
is
was
nothing
gonna
right.
grab him, but I
You were
don't
too
know.
far away.
Oh, oops.
Oh
I'm gonna,
no.
the moment that I have,
Back.
before anything fucking else happens, I'm gonna cast Revivify on Anna.
Okay,
I'm gonna
you cast Revivify on her.
as fast as I can.
Her body still remains lifeless.
That doesn't make sense, man. Why is that?
You
not
know,
willing?
you know that the soul has to be willing.
Okay. Well, dude, you fucked me over because I don't have Speak with Dead prepared. So, we're fucked because I can't close the gate because Anna's dead. So, sorry, everybody.
We have
Victor's body flies into the portal as well.
Oh no. Stop. Come back.
we have to.
Let's just break the thing.
It might explode. We might all die.
Yeah, but we might all die like this too.
There's no time. The Black Song
Well,
says.
we need to get away from it because if what I have to destroy it is big enough that if we're this close, we're going to get it. We're going to explode too.
Do you know? Would you happen to know anything about how to shut it down?
There is a ritual, but it is too late to use it now. We either have to destroy it or one of us has to go in it, but that person will not return.
I have the last key. Could that do anything?
I'm not sure. It was worth a shot, but I am not sure it can be shut down safely at this point.
Well, you can try.
Gamble, what do you think? The last key, can something help?
I think it's this way because we didn't have a last key. Oh,
Gimbal.
it
You
might
think
be
the
worth
last one
shot.
could stabilize it?
Maybe.
Let's do it.
We should at least try.
Where does it go?
The portal?
Where does the last key go?
He points over to the right-hand side of the portal on this side of the frame.
Can I
You
get
can
to
see
it
Yeah.
without being sucked in?
Make a. You're gonna have to make a strength saving throw.
Am
in
I
order to
being
do
helped
that.
by the teleconnect thing, or is that?
You're not being held by that. Only your agents
Oh.
are.
Oh, okay. So what am I doing to get over there?
You're very slowly moving your way over there. And I would need you to make a strength saving throw.
Saving throw?
Yeah.
Uh, 21.
21.
Thanks so
Uh,
much.
You grit your teeth and plant your feet and begin slowly with your hand over your face, moving toward where the key slot is. And eventually you get next to the device and you brace yourself against its frame with the open key slot glowing and spinning wildly in front of you. What do you do?
I'm gonna
It's
try
rotating.
I'm gonna try and pull the key out and put it in.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to give me
Yeah.
a dexterity check because
Dexterity?
it is
Oh.
spinning. It is
What about-
spinning, and you're trying to line it up.
Oh fuck. 15.
15. You watch the spinning key slot carefully and wait until the just right moment, and then with a grunt, shove the key, the final key, the Paul of Undeath, into the siphon. And there is another reverberation throughout the room as the portal glows brighter. The wind dies down a little bit, but you have to shield your eyes from the blinding light. And as you gaze to your left toward the entrance of the pillar of the siphon, you now see two figures silhouetted against the torrent of screaming faces, pitch black. One of them appears to be hunched over in form, the other slender
Oh, fuck.
and alien. They look out over the ruins, and then to one another, and then they wink out of existence like dissipating static.
Well, that's not good. What do we do now?
The portal appears stabilized in the sense that it is no longer sucking you in. but you can hear terrible sounds from the other
Can we
side.
try to like
How do we-
investigate it and see if we can figure out a way to like stop it, or can we? I look at the black sun. I'm like, is it stable enough now? The ritual to stop it, can it still be done?
I don't know. I don't know the ritual.
Does
Yeah,
anybody?
The only person who
He
does
looks
does not
down
want
at
to come back
Anna's.
to life.
I would I know that Marion is another cleric?
Yeah.
It's not that.
It's not about.
It's not about who did it. It's the fact that
Yeah.
Anna's soul
would've
was not
succeeded,
willing
but-
to return. God,
Oh,
I tried to help her, but she must be blaming herself or something. She must believe that this is her fault because she will not return. I tried. She's the only one that could, and I don't have the spell ready to talk to her right now.
you can speak with dead people?
Yes, as I have before, but I don't. It's not.
Enough! You see the Black Song stepping forward to the portal. If we do not have time, if we will not destroy it, then I will go into it.
What will happen?
I will die.
You can.
No.
I,
There has to be another way.
I think it's best we destroy it once and for all.
if
If you are going to make your decision to destroy it, do it now, otherwise I will step in there. And you will give my regards to my mother.
you'll have to give your regards to her yourself. Everybody, let's start moving away. Hooray!
Everybody start moving away. I'll set it and prime it, and I'll dimension door away out of it once it's primed.
Everyone, move.
Let's get going.
Goff, can you carry Anna's body? She deserves.
Yes. I don't. This could. This is
Let's
the
talk.
biggest.
Let's
this
talk.
is.
We can think about this later.
We can't think about it later if everyone's dead. I don't know what to do.
We can't stop it, and I don't want to lose anyone to it.
Let's.
I have room for one more circle.
When I use like time stop for a second when I ask this question. When I use divination, is the conversation that I have, does that happen in real time or is it kind of all in an
It's
instant?
real time.
Okay, so that's probably gonna take. Never mind. Okay.
All right. Dapper Snapdragon.
Yes.
All
Are
right.
you guys preparing the circle?
I mean,
Okay.
how long, like?
I
will
don't
it-
know how long it takes for the bomb to go off.
The bomb would reach approximately to the stairs if you were to plant it at the siphon itself.
No, I mean like how long? Like if I primed it, how long would it take?
6 seconds.
Okay.
So if we get to the back of the room, to the south.
Yeah, I was
we would be out of
saying
the
draw
range,
the
right?
circle like here, and I can dimension door once I set it down.
You see the B team starting to come down from the balconies.
All right. We're about
Oh,
to destroy the portal. It's
We're
going
about to
make
make a very large gamble. Everyone gather around Sissel here.
Jack, are you here?
Of course, darling.
Make sure you're in the circle.
He steps in.
I'm
Once
carrying
Sissel's finished
Gimbal and Anna.
Sissel's
Okay.
drawing her last circle, and it's going to take us to the Dapper Snapdragon.
Okay.
Hopefully not her last circle.
Well,
Well-
the last one that I have available because this is my last set of chalk.
Someone's eating all of it.
Well, as I gather everyone, I just let's hope this works, because if it doesn't, it was a blessing to know you all.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
down south, right?
Tell me
At
that in the afterlife.
I don't know if I
Please.
can do that.
Everybody,
yeah,
please get away from where the bomb's going to go off.
I'm already down. I mean, do I have to? You want me to move?
People
Yeah,
have to move their
I want
token,
them to
but
move tokens because I'm anxious.
I'm just wherever. I think further down would be a little better.
Further down, further down.
Yeah, I'm going to get as far away from
Move Roscoe.
as
Okay.
possible,
I
and
did
I'm
it.
going to start drawing the circle.
Okay, here, Wraith, what are you doing?
team's with
So-
us too, right?
Yeah, the B team
Yeah,
is
they're
all-
there.
And Jack.
I'm gonna draw the Avakium device out of my coat, and I'm going to kind of look at it and then at the siphon for a moment, and I'll kind of crouch down to the floor and like turn the dial way up, set it down on the floor, and then dimension door.
Okay.
As I finish drawing the circle, I look at Goff and I just go, well, I've never really been I've never really been a spiritual person, but let's hope Eldath's with us, eh? And I finish drawing the circle.
What was the last thing you said?
Let's hope Eldath is with us.
She always is,
I finish drawing the circle.
even until the end.
As you all make your way into the teleportation circle just before the teleportation magic goes off.
Does that include a wraith?
Yes.
Okay.
As your eighth dimension door is over, the screams of countless damned echo through the caverns as the Evacuum device explodes, collapsing the portal, sending a shockwave of white light outward. Then a pillar of energy erupts from the ruined device, rocketing skyward and burrowing its way through the rock above. This beam of tormented souls undulates and wails as it escapes skyward. The entire amphitheater rocks, and for a moment you feel as if the whole structure is going to collapse into the abyss. And just before the teleportation magic takes hold and you find yourselves in the Dapper Snapdragon, the light fades and the ruins are quiet. And you now find yourself...
What's that?
And now you find yourself in the Dapper Snapdragon.
Do we hear
So
anything?
we watch the pillar go disappear, and then everything is quiet for a second, and then we teleport.
Out. Yep.
Okay.
So we did see it start to dissipate.
Yes.
Do we hear anything like as we're appearing on the surface level? Do we hear anything getting destroyed in the distance or anything? Or
You hear a simultaneous sound of what sounds like a large beam of energy going off, and then silence.
Are there any-
Can we move through the basement, try and get upstairs and get
I'm gonna run
outside?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show everyone the people who aren't familiar with this place. Let's point them in the direction. How's the Black Song looking?
She's looking rough. There's a little bit of blood trickling down her nose from the exertion. She's otherwise fine.
I'm gonna use. I know it's really not. It's more for flavor at this point, but I'm gonna use a Cure Wounds on her. Whatever the staff charge one, so I think it's a regular one. So I'm just gonna place my hand on her back and knit up some of that.
She sighs a little bit and puts a hand on your shoulder and she says, "Thank you. I do not deserve your kindness."
Maybe not, but I don't think I could live with having you go in there. You're going to see your mother with me, one way or another.
I'm not sure she would want to see me.
She'd rather you be alive, I'm sure of it.
Perhaps you are right. As you all begin making your way up the stairs into the tavern itself, you blink. The world fades around you and you find yourself standing in a black space.
Is this a familiar black space?
Kalimvor is waiting. His face is somber, his hands clasped behind his back. I expected you sooner.
We have to do this even if somebody doesn't want to come back?
Oh, no. There will be no game, no sacrifice to be made here. Her soul is conflicted. It does not wish to return, but I have done this long enough that I know there is indecision here. I think you should talk to her.
You would grant us that?
After what you've done, the lives that you have spared from unnatural death, I think I can grant you that boon.
We're all here?
I thought you didn't care for it when I spared lives that could be yours.
There are powers at work greater than you can comprehend, and I think this will satisfy the bargain.
Is Gimbal here?
Yes, Gimbal is here, the B team is here, Jack, Walden.
Like, what the
I'm just going to say, Jack, Walden,
They're kind of looking around each other like...
Jack's team, meet Kalimvor, the god of death.
Deep Chris, his face lights up.
Oh,
Radical! He runs
Oh
up
my god.
to shake his hand.
Kalimvor's gonna hate Deep Chris.
Dude, have you ever thought about collaborating
Some more
on an
levels.
album?
Well, I would like to speak to her, yes. I think we all would.
Yes.
Kellenborg gestures to your left, and a light illuminates, and you see Anna, in her dragonborn form, sitting in a simple wooden chair, her head in her hands.
Can I sit next to her?
You may.
Anna,
She looks up at you.
Hello, old friend.
I'm sorry we couldn't save you.
It's probably for the best this way.
no.
I don't think so.
Don't say that.
I think so. You don't understand. Everything that happened, it was my fault. If I just listened to my people, if I hadn't been so eager to believe I knew everything,
Anna,
none of this would have happened. This world would be safe. Fiona would still be
Anna.
alive.
do you really think that all the world revolves around you? Do you really think that all of this, all these gears and cogs that were in place, do you think that you were moving all of them? Victor was power hungry. There are so many people who misunderstood the powers at work and who had no idea what was going on, even if you weren't in the picture at all. And believe me, they tried to get you out of the picture. This would have probably been the same. We met
Victor. Sorry.
people, we met different versions of ourselves from a worse future, a future where you weren't there. And
They had lost
isn't-
everything.
It was worse. It was bad. It was awful.
You don't understand. Magic wouldn't be in this world if it weren't for me. If I hadn't unlocked the siphon, if I hadn't brought this terrible power into this world, we'd be normal. It would be boring. It would be muddy, but it would be safe. There wouldn't be things in the
be?
dark stalking the night, killing people. There wouldn't be mages vying for power. There wouldn't have been a victor.
People always find a way to be garbage, and magic or not.
There would have been victors and monsters even without magic.
Magic
thing
might have
is-
upped the stakes, but for all the bad that it could have done, that it might have done, that it has done, it's done a lot of good too.
If magic
Think
didn't
of
exist, I would
The
still be
soothing hand.
Can help people.
Yeah.
There are worlds and planes that are out there whether or not you welcome them in. And they find ways. They will. I tried to be hopeful, and I tried to broker peace, whether that I have to do that violently or not. But there's one thing that I've learned, and as much as I want to believe in the good of everything, there is always going to be bad. There's always going to be chaos. You did not bring that in. It's always been.
For all the pain that it may
You-
have caused and for all the trouble it may have caused without magic existing, I would still just be a shitty little servant girl living in the bottom of a house, and I never would have met you, and I never would have met any of the people here, and I think I would be
If-
worse for it.
If magic didn't exist, I would be dead. No one would have been there to save me, and I would have lived a life of torture and suffering with never getting to experience something better.
I want Sissel, who's been leading a lot of this conversation, to make a persuasion check.
+4 on top of
Plus-
whatever you get.
Nope, isn't it +5 because you're a +5 now?
That's my. Oh, yep, you're right. Yep, thank you.
Oh, plus
Mhm.
5. Okay.
On top of whatever you already add a +5.
Alright, that is.
Because you added to your wisdom this last level up. I remember.
Yes. Yep.
Oh my god. Okay. Let me do some math.
Oh fuck.
I did not
Big.
realize that.
Big math.
Sissel has persuaded like 4 times, or like barely at all this whole
Big
campaign.
math.
I just haven't really had the opportunity. That's
Yeah.
a 26.
26. Her eyes focus intently on you for a bit, and she nods silently to herself in response to your words, but she doesn't seem fully convinced. just yet. She looks toward all of you again, and she says, well, what... Maybe it's not my fault, but what good could I do coming back? I'm just an old woman. I can't even show my face in Arcadia anymore.
Do you want to do good? Do you want to help people?
I'm not sure I won't.
Do you want to do the right thing?
Up again.
Do you want to?
Of course I want to.
That's all that there needs to be. It doesn't matter whether you might make mistakes. All you need to do is you need to want to help. You need to want to make it better. It will always be hard, but you can always try, as we have. We've made so many mistakes.
And
Even in the dark, we will be with you.
and all the knowledge that you have, just how much good could you do with everything that you know? Everything that you've learned before you brought magic in, after, with your, and during your time studying at the academy, how could one of the most brilliant minds in this dimension not do any good?
The future's unlimited, Anna, so let's
There-
find out.
There's a little girl named Ada Coldsong who needs our help, and I think yours as well. And on top of that, when that portal was open, you didn't see it, but I think we saw some very dangerous things, and they may have escaped into this world, and I don't know. I'm just still trying. I'm not even really processing it yet, but there could be more dangers on the horizon, and we need you, because we know what happens if you aren't there, and it is beyond saving.
Goff, since you have been leading this conversation, I need you to give me a persuasion check.
Fuck. 17.
17. Her eyes waver a little bit, and she averts her gaze from you. She hangs her head a little bit, and she says, I'm just so tired.
You don't
Aren't
have
we all?
You don't have to do it immediately. After we get out of here, you can take a break. God's know we all need one. But
I think you deserve a break far more than most people.
but we have to keep moving, and I should hope so
We-
do you.
If you don't want to be in the city, we can easily help you get somewhere else, recover.
We can help you design a new human face.
Yeah, we can do a lot of things, and honestly, the first step is just getting you back. And we really want you back. You're our friend.
Anna,
She looks
all
up
of
at
us, everyone that you see here, was in the room when Victor shot you. I don't think you could have felt, well, obviously you couldn't have felt what went through the room when that happened, but it's like all the light went out of it. Everyone in this room would have done anything that they could. We did everything that we could to save you, to bring you back. I know what you feel is terrible. I can't even imagine what it would feel like. I myself have wavered, and in the face of death, I thought about taking myself out of harm's way. I was scared, but we're in a position where this world is in our protection, and I don't want to put too much on you because you've already done so much. But what I ask of you is to join us again, so that everyone that you see here, we can work together. Because if we all work together, if we all support one another, if we don't approach it alone, I think there's very little that we can't accomplish.
Wraith, I want you to give me a persuasion check.
Does she get Goff's +5?
I don't think
Yes.
I talked.
You did. I'm pretty
You
sure
should
you
talk.
Okay.
So that's a +5 in addition to it.
In addition to your
Yes.
expertise.
My God.
Math. 31.
Whoa, Jesus.
Charismatic.
Hiraeth, as you finish speaking, you see Jack and Walden walk up, and each of them places a hand on one of Anna's shoulders. And Jack looks down at her and he says, "You know, time comes for us all, old girl, and while I do not think it is your time, I respect your decision if that is what you truly want, but is it what you truly want?" Walden looks down at her, his eyes almost ablaze, and he says, "The Anna Stonebrook I knew wouldn't give up like this. She'd fight for something better." Gimbal steps up as well and kneels next to Anna. And he looks up at her and he takes her hands in his, and tears in his eyes, and he just says, "I'm so sorry." And she looks at him, then up at Jack and Walden, and then at all of you. And her eyes grow purposeful. She sighs and she stands. She looks so tired, but as you look closer, you see a fire of determination. I don't know what the coming days will hold, but maybe I can help fix this mess I've made.
We can do it together.
We'll
Won't
be
be
with you every
alone.
step of the way.
All right, let's go home. She holds out her hand.
Break out the cards.
We all
okay?
put our hands in.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna cry.
As you all grab Anna's hand, you're enveloped in a white light that blinds you. As your vision returns, you find yourselves back in the Dapper Snapdragon on the tavern floor, empty at this time of night. Standing around Anna's fallen form, and there is silence. And then her body stirs, and her eyes open weakly. She smiles. She says, "Well, damn, don't you all have something better to do than to an old woman?"
Not
No, not
Ellen's-
at all.
Ellen's like wiping tears out of her eyes.
Mido's like pretending
Well-
not to cry. She's like, "Shut up."
Here, we may have some work to do. Since you were gone and the portal was open, we may have destroyed it, so I don't know what that's going to bring.
Well, I'll have to look and do some research, but it's probably nothing good.
We're sorry, we didn't know what else to do.
Gotta
Speaking
fix our
of-
mess again.
She holds her hand up, and Walden and Jack help her to her feet. She looks very, very rough.
Speaking as
Um,
someone who has died before, you're probably feeling like shit right now. Let's see if we can't get you some soup or something.
Yeah, let's see if our
We have
cook
a very
is-
good cook.
We have a very
You should try his eggs. They're very good.
Holg is still in the back, cooking late, expecting you all
is
to
it
have
late?
returned.
Is it like dark out?
It's dark out. It's probably about midnight at this point.
While people are helping her, are we new? Can I go outside?
I will say that as you're
Oh.
all helping her, you see Moira rush into the tavern.
I
Yeah,
run to
there's-
Moira and I give her the biggest,
Oh.
tightest hug.
She rushes up to you and hugs you in the biggest bear hug imaginable. But as she looks all around the rest of you, her face is one of surprise and shock, and she says, "Something is happening. You
Oh, fuck.
quickly
what
outside,
happened.
outside."
Okay.
Can I follow her?
Yeah.
I want to help Anna walk, I guess.
You assist Anna with Jack on the other side. As you rush outdoors, and all around you, the neighboring slums, you can hear shouts of surprise and fright. "Look!" Moira points skyward. A sharp static sound fills your ears as you gaze up, and a small trickle of blood escapes down the sides of your heads. There's a
Mm,
tear in the sky, growing
mm.
larger, as if something is ripping reality's fabric in
Oh,
two.
great.
Beyond the tear is a realm of black and white static filled with an echoing wail, and then you see it. Something in the static. A massive eyelid opens to reveal a single, terrible red eye that dilates as it looks down upon Arcadia.
Fuck.
You gasp as a voice fills your head, something menacing and incomprehensible and painful. Terrible visions fill your mind. The highlands swallowed up. The thicket remade by an ocean of void matter, an invasion of undead Goliath ships from the Isles, the march of terrible, twisted creatures across the veil, a pale moon, its terrible grimace filling the night sky hanging over Othara as the grass wilts and grays, people retreating to live underground only to be hunted down by things in the dark. A klaxon sounds across the city, and the light at the top of the academy turns red. With a roar, the tower's defenses activate, and a tremendous red beam fires from the academy's apex, aimed directly toward the fissure. The eye darts around wildly, looking left and right, and with a crackle, the rift closes, the academy's defensive measures resealing the breach between realms. And there's quiet, with the exception of the shouts of panic in the streets beyond your walls.
So, did we do that?
I believe we did.
I think we
That's
might have
what-
stopped it from getting worse. But
It's felt like something was trying to force its way in one way or another, and when we destroyed the siphon, it shot up through the ceiling.
we know who that
Suppose
was.
it-
Oh,
I know very well who that was.
I don't. Can someone tell me out of character?
Gonador. The big eye.
Yeah.
He's the god that's been the Crimson Harbinger's like it's the main thing that they.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anna
That's okay.
pushes away from Mido and Jack, and she steps forward a few steps, still staring at the sky. This is bad. This is really bad. We have a lot of work to do. She turns back to all of you. Are you up for it?
We have no
Always.
choice.
You know us.
Absolutely.
Let's get to work. No longer does something terrible rise beneath Arcadia, dark and unfathomable. It no longer waits and plots. It is here. And that is where we'll conclude this arc.
Well,
I'm sweating
You know what
so
they
much,
say.
dude. Oh,
I don't think
Life
we-
gives you lemons.
I mean, I think
we didn't nuke the city.
we handled the Anna thing really well, but as regards to the portal thing, maybe not.
I mean,
Listen, we didn't have a whole lot of options.
I mean, we really
Yeah.
didn't.
we really didn't.
I was just standing there with a bomb, and I'm like, well,
I mean, we didn't.
I have
Otherwise,
this.
we would just leave it open, and then more shit would happen. I mean,
Yeah, I don't even
guess
know what we
that
would
was
have
kind of
done
a
without
that was
it.
kind of like, which way do you want to lose this particular battle? Was like, do you want to blow it up, or do you want to let it stay open and then just let shit pour in? So
or let someone die, and maybe, hopefully, it will stay closed.
Yeah, we probably could have shoved Victor in, but hindsight's 2020.
we didn't
I
know how
forgot
it
to
worked.
use prismatic spray or disintegrate one of these days.
Dude,
Listen,
Why do you want to? Why do you want to
Why do
permanently
you
leave
wanna-
so bad?
I would
Like, dude, no, I just genuinely, this genuinely concerns me. Like, I feel like as time goes on, you more and more you're like teetering on the edge of actually wanting to just delete one of our characters. Why do you want to disintegrate us to death?
Because it
I
provides.
thought we were
drama.
working together, not against each other. I thought you were
Someday-
helping us tell the
someday
story, not
I'll
Hey,
trying
take
to
that
kill
hey,
us.
disintegrate.
hey!
Oh,
Was
please.
that a good story though?
It was a good
Yeah,
story.
but dude, you every time you don't get to use the thing that'll instantly destroy us,
It's
you're like
I'm
so
funny,
upset.
though.
Tom.
He's-
I'm joking. I'm
It makes me
goofing.
so scared. That's
Remember
why.
that?
That's why I was so anxious. I was like,
I'm not
Doc
malicious. I just.
Doc
I
sounds
just
kind of
goofy.
bloodthirsty. Like he wants to kill somebody.
I'm just I think it would be
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's
Remember
all.
that part where
No,
As a DM,
Where-
I live for interesting times.
Listen, if y'all had disintegrated Hiraiki would have had to track Seven down and convinced him to join you for a
that
while.
would have been
because
impossible.
She wouldn't have been able to come back unless you like got Alfonso to do a fucking true resurrection.
Alonso Elric.
Alonso, sorry. Yeah, Alfonso I've been watching a lot of Full Metal Alchemist. I'll tell you what. Just get Alfonso Elric to do achievements
Shit
transmutation.
to your head. Oh my fucking
I'm
god.
a Metal Alchemist.
Oh my fucking
Well,
god.
that was a damn good session.
Yeah.
Also,
I got
congratulations!
choked up a little
I
bit.
finally teared up at the end.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yay!
I win.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Well, I hadn't.
Full house.
It was like a small character thing, but for a few episodes after the dragon killing everyone, here I did consider going home.
To
Because
be honest,
terrified
after
of dying, especially after she promised her parents that she wouldn't, and that just
Yeah.
happened. She was like so close to just being like, "I'm done," but she didn't because friends.
Alex doesn't have
honestly,
any
like
Oh.
I was, if Ellen had
So
was
I
in
just
melee
one thing I
range,
want to
and
say.
yeah.
One thing I want to say before we continue. Before next session, there will be a time skip. 6 months.
Oh,
Ooh.
really?
Oh,
Yeah, 6
We
months.
don't,
It's gonna be a
nothing,
very
nothing immediately happens after what just happened.
Well, I mean,
No.
it's sort of contained.
Yeah, gotta do some recovery.
So, if you all have things you want to do for
6
your characters
months.
within those 6 months, either as a group or individually, we can plan for that. If there are things you want to take care of that require sessions, we can plan that, but let me know in advance. Because, like, for example, if you guys want to go in the abyss, I need to know that.
that's not
I
yet.
don't think we're doing that anytime soon.
Yeah.
We're not.
Talking about the deal with the devil thing. That's
Yeah.
later. That's late.
Okay.
That's later. We're
We're
not doing that right
not
now.
strong enough.
But if there's
to
anything individual
live
that you guys
there.
want to do, we'll talk about
How
it.
do you draw a new token?
Weren't we
Yeah,
talking about doing pursuing stuff for Ellen, or was that?
That will be something that I will present at the next session. That will start
Oh,
at the
okay.
next session. It will actually be something that takes place during that interim of 6 months.
Okay. So it will take place during. Okay.
Yes.
That's so much fucking time. The last time skip was
Yeah,
what,
oh,
like
shit.
It
a
last
month?
a month and a half last time. Yeah. You'll have a lot of time on your hands.
It's a lot of time to live knowing that
Indeed.
there was like shit looming in the. That's okay.
So it opened up and then it sealed again, right?
Yes, it opened up. It looked kind of like, when you do
Life has many doors, Ed boy.
Omega O4S.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was basically that. Like the fabric of reality ripped open, and you just saw a big old eye staring at you.
Hey, can I just say right now that since we're not a lot of time left on that fucking book, so this is the rest of the fucking 15 hours reading
Yeah.
that book.
You can finally do that.
Sissel boldly starts to try to read the book during the end game.
Yeah.
She tried.
She did try.
So
Oh, Lord, she
Sissel
tried.
finishes reading the book, then that's
Do we level up? Or are we gonna stay level 12? or
I will say
whatever?
probably since Ellen's thing is happening in the intermediate of those
Right.
6 months, once that small plot is concluded, that should be a few sessions, I think, then you all level up to level 13.
Okay,
Nice.
cool.
22
Exciting.
charisma, bitches.
I just want to say I have 1,000 gil.
You have what?
I have
Ooh.
1,000 gil.
Also, after Victor's speech, I was half tempted to be like, what if we let him live and let him see that he failed after a bit?
I kind of wanted that to happen, but
But also
also getting him just getting cut down is also fine.
I mean,
Hey, I have
there
something
was
to
no way.
share in the Deltarune channel.
I just knew that if I was gonna be up in the shit with him, I was not gonna let him survive
Right.
because here I was
Yeah.
super fucking mad that he
was
killed.
super fucking dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spell Barrage
That-
was fun. I didn't get to use the cool I had this whole plan with the Spell Barrage, but because you guys were all up in his face, I really didn't get the chance to do it the way I wanted to. Basically, his cane is not only a spell focus, but it's a hidden weapon. It's also he breaks it apart, and one half is a sword, and the other half is a gun.
Oh my god, that feels extremely
He's a
on
fucking
brand.
Bloodborne
He's a trick
character.
weapon.
It's
has a
literally a
trick
trick
weapon.
weapon.
So he would have basically struck one person with
So-
the sword end to cast magic from his spell barrage, and then shot a bullet, which would have done the cone of cold.
Is he like a class, or is he just like nothing?
He was a wild magic sorcerer.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
He
Ooh,
should use
that's
wild
what
magic
that
and turn into a
was.
fucking sheep, and then we can fucking kick him.
Man, remember those the one.
I wanted to
time
homebrew
ran-
some. I kind of wanted to homebrew something, but I didn't really have a good idea of how to do it. Like I was coming up with an idea for a sort of like a battle mage / red mage kind of class, where it's sort of like the opposite of an Eldritch Knight, where an Eldritch Knight is primarily a fighter with some magic abilities. The one I was thinking of was more of a magic user, but with some martial abilities.
Isn't that kind of what a
War
hexblade
domain?
is?
Yeah,
Or like a war domain cleric? Aren't they kind of like that?
yeah, something like that. But I was thinking more like a subclass of a sorcerer, because I wanted it to be with spell sorcery.
So like a
points.
hexblade, but for sorcerers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm.
Where he used his attacks and his melee abilities would also trigger spells.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was kind of an idea I had in mind, but I didn't really get it off the ground, so I just went with a wild magic sorcerer.
Golly gee.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, game.
I mean, he
Hooty hooty
basically
hoo.
he gave up 2 rounds where he did nothing. I had so many, like, I wanted, if things were placed right, he was gonna throw a slow spell down on all of you, which would have been pretty bad.
Yeah.
Instead, Sissel did that.
Yeah. What else did he have in
Wow.
his arsenal? He had a few things in his arsenal.
We
They
There
were
was-
like
you.
counterspelling all of them.
Yeah, if you guys hadn't short rested, the B team probably would have played more of a role, because I had plans for them to buff you or help you out in some ways, like take down some of the enemies or cast a mass cure wounds or something like that.
I was
during
kind
the
of
fight.
waiting for that to happen. I was surprised that.
I was into, like, yeah, you didn't really need
Well,
it.
right, I know. I understand. I was just saying
Yeah.
that I was.
The combat
Right.
went pretty well for us.
It did. It
Overall.
really did. Like, I was rolling pretty shitty on the Flesh Titan.
I love how like all of us just got mad at Victor, and when the moment our characters got mad, our rolls just started like wailing on.
Popping
Oh,
off,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like mine was kind of dumb because like I got really mad at him and ran to him, and then he just went away. I didn't actually like, ever retaliate to him.
I
I
had
basically
to blaze through
got
some sorcerer points on rerolls.
I basically got angry and then wasn't able to do anything to him. It sort of felt like I kind of flubbed roleplay wise, because I mean it was, I guess, a turn order thing, but it felt kind of like it just sucked. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be really angry, and then I can't get there in time because my speed's slow, and by the time I'm there, he just fucking warps away like every other fucking bitch. And
Yeah. That's magic
Just-
users for you. They got to keep you at range, because otherwise they're going to get crushed.
well,
Hello.
Like, I knew
Hey,
it was
Jack
for the
Lord.
best that I. Oh, hey, what's up? It's for the best that I disabled the gun on the first
Yeah, so the gun was
round, but
interesting. The gun was interesting in that it had well, it had a few traits. First of all, like, Blackrook was not targetable while he was inside it. If people got close to try to melee it, it could use a reaction to basically activate like an electrical suppression field that would knock people back and do lightning damage. And then it had like a spray and pray ability, which was just a cone attack, a focus fire where it attacked one specific person for a multi attack, and then an Overwatch ability where it would do nothing on its turn, but then whenever any time anybody
Where
walks
it would
sights,
generate 10 female characters that all look the same.
yes,
and then I just
you just took it
ripped it out
immediately
of the
out of my hands.
ground,
You
and
just ripped my toy out of my
you were
hands
just
and
like,
threw it on
oh,
the
that's a
ground
cool toy.
and said-
That's
and
my
said,
toy
"No."
now.
hey,
You made this.
You've
I
gotten to
made
lock
this.
me in boxes and counterspell me. I think it's fair.
Yeah, that was a clever move that I did not anticipate, and that definitely, I think,
What?
That's
that
literally
plus
like the
s-
reason I
oh.
keep
Clever
animate objects,
dog.
because you do like the weirdest shit with it.
that plus the slow at the beginning that kept both the Flesh Titan and Blackrook from doing their full abilities, I think, kept a lot of early damage off the board.
Yeah.
And that by that point you were able to thin out a lot of the herd. And also the Flesh Weavers, I didn't really get to do much with them because they basically were just used to heal people.
Does
Is
Anyone
anybody?
else getting in on this?
Yeah. Does anybody want to do some Final Fant Nasty with
What are
our
we doing?
friend
Let me-
Draco?
I mean, always. What are
I
we
have
doing?
to be up at
Dungeons
6 a.m.